devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand. Call
What is going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, welcome to the world of the T1000 takeover. I am loving it. The AIs have taken over the world and they are on a shopping spree. Boy, are they on a shopping spree. Lord have mercy, Okafor is on the verge of literally being an AC Milan player. Okafor, the player that Milan has been linked with for a long time. And for a long time, we've heard rumors, reports saying that Pioli really liked this player. And it seemed like they kind of went undercover with the whole Okafor thing. They deflected the news with the various other names, but maybe were they working on this whole Okafor thing? Who knows? But let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it and let's see what's going on. The T1000 bots are all out. They're ready to take over. Goal in Austria, agency change and constant talks, how Okafor's Milan move was born. So let's get into this. Let's figure it out, guys. Let's see his stats. Let's see what kind of player we can expect from him. Are we happy about him? Okafor clearly means that My boy Taremi is not coming. That makes me sad. I'm gonna tell you that right away. We're gonna be talking about that. I'm very sad that we're not getting Taremi, but Okafor it is, and let's see. Let's discover more about this player. AC Milan should soon be able to announce the acquisition of yet another important piece for the jigsaw puzzle that is their 2023-24 playing squad in Noah Okafor. Calciomercato Longo's website writes that there were a number of players considered for the center forward role, including Alvaro Morata, who none of us liked, but we did say, okay, he can definitely bring in his experience. He knows how to play those big games. He's got big game experience, Champions League, big games. Gianluca Scamacca, who I feel, based on what we need, is one of the best candidates because we need a player that is good at the link-up play. Gianluca Scamacca is one of those guys, but he's obviously not the one. Hugo Ekitike, who is a young French prospect, definitely a very interesting prospect, more similar to, I guess, the Okafor kind of profile. Mehdi Taremi, who was, in my opinion, the number one choice because there are no players in the Serie A that can do what Mehdi Taremi does. There's no players in the world that can do what Mehdi Taremi does, which is consistently provide goals, double-digit goals and double-digit assists. There's no center forward in the world that can do that. Mehdi Taremi would have been the key changer, the one that would have toppled the balance of the Serie A, in my opinion, but looks like we're not going to go with Mehdi Taremi. But Okafor will arrive for 14 million, which clearly means, and it opens the door for the right winger Chukweze, which we will also be speaking about. The love affair. Ooh, the bots have love affairs now. The love affair began on 6 September last year when Milan were preparing to make their debut in the 22-23 edition of the Champions League. Okafor scored the opening goal just before the 30-minute marks, dribbling past a helpless Pierre Kalulu, I remember, and beating Mike Magnan. On the eve of a return match against Milan at San Siro, which the RossonARI won 4-0, the Swiss forward spoke to La Gazzetta dello Sport about his future. Whether it's England, Spain, or Italy, each league has a particular charm I will evaluate. Milan, a great club with a legendary history, he said. Soon he will experience it firsthand. Thanks to the work of his scouting area and the continuous contacts with his entourage, things remained alive. The will of the player was key too, as he changed agencies and joined Sport 360, communicating to Salzburg his will not to renew his contract. So the man, by the way, is on his last year of his contract. He said, no, thank you, not interested. I want to go and play with the big boys. And one of the big boys came after him, and let's see what happens. The clear intention of the player to try a new experience at a top European club in Milan's constant courtship meant they were able to beat the competition from various clubs around Europe and lower his asking price. So 14 million for Okafor obviously is a good price, but I do think that there are some things that we got to check out. His injury history. Apparently, this is a very injury-prone player. And also, let's check out his numbers. So first thing we're going to do, guys, let's do some research on Okafor, and let's see what we can expect from him. Let's see what we can expect from the man, the myth, the legend, the greatest striker that has ever existed, Okafor. So we're going to go to SofaScore, just check out his basic numbers from last season and the seasons before, just to give just to get a broad idea of what kind of player he is. Now, of course, I do remember him against us. The first game, he had a great goal and he had some great moments. The second game, he was definitely destroyed by AC Milan, which felt very good. It felt very good. Okay, so according to SofaScore, his rating was 693. Not great. Obviously not very good. If we look at his heat map during the season, he mostly operated on the left. And if you guys remember when he scored that goal, he was coming in from the left and then got into this area and scored from this area right here. So, so he is a striker that likes to start from the left, barely goes to the right, pretty much plays in this triangle right here in this corner of the field, as at least in his previous team. 23 years old, 6.1 is my height. Right-footed, Swiss international. Interesting, interesting. Total played 21. Hold on. 21 games, started 11, 48 minutes per game. Damn. Okay, so obviously not a starter, I would say, if this is the situation. Only started 11 out of 21. Now, I do think the Austrian League has less teams than the Serie A, so there are less games. Correct me if I'm wrong. But obviously, 48 minutes per game. Okay. Goals, 7 goals. Scoring frequency, 143 minutes. Goal conversion, 22%. Assist, 3. So in 21 games, he had 10 goal contribution. That's not too bad. Not too bad for 21 games. And also from the count of minutes that he played. Let's see what other interesting stats. Dribbles, accuracy per game, 69%. Lord have mercy. Accuracy own half, 83%. Accuracy opposition, 60%. I don't think I've ever seen something that low. Now, I know center forwards usually have very low numbers when it comes to these stats. Accuracy opposition half. But that's the lowest I've ever seen. Let me just see. Let's just compare that to Giroud. But I believe Giroud has similar numbers. Similar numbers. So Giroud last year in the Serie A, 696. You see Giroud very central in the box. He's the box poacher, and then he comes in the middle here to link up play, and that's where a lot of the balls actually. That's where he does a lot of those mistakes, but also some good moments from him as well. Get out of the freaking way. What the yo? Okay. All right. So Giroud, total played 33, started 25, minutes per game 65, goals 13, 165 minutes scoring frequency, goal conversion 16%, and 5 assists. Damn. Yo, Giroud had a fucking good season. 18 goal contribution. Not bad, Mr. Giroud. Oh, man, he's even worse. 57% opposition half. Holy moly. Yeah. Okay. So Okafor is just slightly better in opposition half, but also we have to consider that Giroud has played more, so more margin for error. Total 63%. Center forward strikers are just man, these guys have a difficulty keeping that ball on their feet. But Okafor, guys, what to think about Okafor? Is this a good signing? Is that it definitely is a signing that gives us more depth. Let's see his situation with let's see his injury history. Definitely the wrong website. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I promise you I'm not drunk. I am not drunk. I'm not drunk at all. Okafor. Let's check him out. Noah Okafor. There you go. Market value 20 million. No, Okafor in his career so far has won 8 trophies. Not bad, not bad. With Switzerland, he's had 14 call-ups and 2 goals. I would say pretty poor. Pretty poor. 14 call-ups and only 2 goals. Should probably do better than that. But he is okay. So these are good. This is a positive here. This is definitely something that you want to look at players, because usually players with this kind of trajectory tells you something. Okafor started being part of the Swiss international team from the age of 15. So he was part of the U15, had 3 appearances there, U17, 7 appearances, um, U18, U19, U21, and all the way to the seniors. So these are good things. Usually players that have this kind of trajectory end up being valuable players. Valuable players.
Yo, Roy,
Way, Laert, mamma mia, where have you been, Laert?
I've been in Italy for 10 days.
Are
I've
you
been
back in England?
Yeah, I'm in England now.
Okay.
Back to work. How's everything? Everyone is excited about the transfer news.
Well, we're talking about Okafor today, and yeah, we're just looking at his history. The Warlord is back. We're just looking at his history and trying to decide whether or not we are excited about this. So I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm excited about it. Generally speaking, no, not really. I mean, it's a decent signing. It's good for depth, but a lot of questions. I don't know. What do you think about it? You tell me.
He's not the striker I was asking for. I'll be honest.
Who are you
So
at?
not that profile. Let's explain it. Let's be more clear. I was not expecting for that type of striker, that type of profile of a striker. He doesn't score a lot of goals. He's quite mobile, but he's not like a big guy. I think he's shorter than 6 foot.
Six
He's
one.
more like
Six
a 6'1". He looks shorter, to be honest.
one. Yeah, I just checked right now. He's 6'1".
Yeah, on in the pitch he looks shorter. But anyway, is I think he's more like a wing, more like a second striker, more like a
Well,
type of
yeah,
like a
yeah.
Lautaro Martinez type of player, more than I'm just trying to explain the position using one of the best in that position. So he's more a Lautaro Martinez, not a Benzema, Erling Haaland type of player.
Yeah, and we earlier was on his heat map, and it's mostly on the left. Like
Exactly.
it's not in the box, right? It's not central in the box like a Giroud, like a Haaland would be. It's mostly on the left, so he likes to go to the left. He likes to play make from the left, come back in, and and
Every long ball that Mike Magnan will send to him, he will lose that duel in Italy, in my opinion. Most of the time, he will lose that duel. So I don't see, and I like that. I like a player that actually, when the long ball comes to him from a goalkeeper, because usually the goalkeeper release the pressure of the opposition. I like that big, tall striker to put that ball down, and somebody from the midfield or the wing goes on that second ball, and you create a chance most of the time. People don't like that because everyone wants to play tiki taka and that amazing football, but I love that. It's old school and it works most of the time if you have a great striker. So I'm not excited, or at least I don't think we should have gone for that type of player.
so who would have you gone for?
But I would have gone for type player like a Skamaka,
Oh
or
yeah,
you
for
know
sure.
the names are there, Broya, all these big lads that can put
Yeah,
that ball
the
down.
link up players, the link up
The
players.
link up players, yeah. Having said that, 13 million is a good deal. I think he's a valuable player. I think he has a lot of qualities. It just does not have the qualities that I would like to see on an AC Milan striker.
Yeah. And listen, look at this. Mike also says, I think Okafor is the replacement for Rebic. He kind of maybe, now that I think about it, also looking at his heat map, he is kind of more similar to Rebic than your regular center forward. Do you
Yeah,
think he is a replacement for Rebic? What do you think?
if he is the replacement of Rebic, we have an upgrade here. So I agree with you.
Oh
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
an upgrade.
I mean, it
But
doesn't
it's not
take much.
hard to have an upgrade on Rebic, but
Yeah,
he is an upgrade considering the season Rebic had. So if he's the replacement of Rebic, so that left wing occasionally striker, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. So
yeah,
that
yeah,
means he will be our third striker and our second left wing.
yeah. Who's the second striker?
Hopefully, Giroud is the second striker, and we go for a first striker, which is
Hey, Vapeler.
that's what I hope it's gonna be. Because to be fair, Rebic and Origi didn't go to United States.
Yeah, yeah. They're not going. They're out of the project at this point.
So it looks like Milan is forcing them out,
Yeah.
not sending them to
And they
United
don't want
States.
to get injured because if they get injured, we're stuck with them.
Yeah. So they will be out. Another thing is Pulisic. What is Pulisic? Is he a right wing or a left wing? Because if Pulisic is a left wing, or occasionally left wing, but more of a right wing, where Pulisic is going to play, because Leao will play a lot of games.
Oh
I think
yeah,
Leao, hopefully, usually is a guy that is most of the time healthy. Though I'm touching my balls right now,
yeah. Knock on wood.
and
In
whatever all you guys want to do.
in Italy, knock on wood is no, sorry. In Italy, touching your balls is the same as knock on wood in other places. In
Yeah,
case someone didn't know.
exactly. So Leao will play a lot of games. So Pulisic has to, but we're getting Chukwueze as well, which
It
is
looks like it.
99% done deal.
Yep.
Plus, you have Selemakers as well, which
If he
is going
stays, if he stays.
is not in the market. He's staying.
Well, the rumors are saying that he is on the market, but let's see. I don't know. Apparently, him and Pioli have a little bit of friction.
Maybe. I mean, at the end of the day, for the right price, everyone is in the market at Milan. That's what
Yeah,
we
yeah,
learned.
of course.
So I'm not. When I said he's not in the market, it's like it's not actively. We're not trying to sell him like we're trying to sell Rebic and Origi. And
Yeah,
CDK.
Salamakers is in Los Angeles with the guys, so they're
Yeah,
not. We're not. They don't like if he gets injured, it's not an issue essentially.
yeah, they're looking for if they're open to sell him. So CDK is another guy that probably will leave. That we will get an offer.
Yeah. So CDK had an offer from PSV, a loan offer, but
He didn't accept.
he didn't accept it. Right. He wants to show the world who he is at Milan.
And I have a lot of question marks about this transfer market we're doing.
Really, tell
Because
me about
so the first question mark is I hear a lot of interviews from players we're buying, Pioli and people around Milan, that we are going to play a 4-3-3, which I'm not against that. So if we're playing a 4-3-3, I'm assuming that we need at least 6 midfielder.
Yep.
So those 6 midfielder are Krunic, Pobega, Adli, Ruben, Benacer, and Ray.
Rangers, yeah.
Yeah. So we have 6 at the moment.
And also, don't forget that they're trying to get Musa, and reports were saying that it's close, but now we don't know for sure.
So Musa probably will be like an extra, a plus.
Or maybe Musa in, Adli out.
Yeah, I think Adli will be. I've been criticizing Adli a lot, but I think on the 3 midfield, Adli will be useful a lot for Pioli. I think Adli can do the 3 midfield.
Man, I don't see why not. Every time we see this guy play, he balls out. I don't understand what the issue is with Adli. I don't think anybody. Only Pioli understands it.
I think on the formation we had before, Adli didn't have the pace and
Yeah,
that energy to play on those number 10 position or those double pivot, because double pivot you need to run a lot. Number 10 you need to have a lot of pace and be rapid. Adli does not have both of them. On a three-man midfield, he can cover. He has to cover less pitch. He needs less pace, and he's more of a thinker and a good ability of passing, and you know, so he can be better on the three-man midfield. So I think Adli will stay.
I hope so.
Uh,
Why shouldn't he?
Musa is more like, if we get him on the right price, we get him. If not, we're not gonna break the bank for him.
The right price could be close to 20 million. What do you
I think
think?
it's too much for him.
Yeah, me too.
I will not pay 20 million for Musa. There, you can put that money in a better place for other
Yeah.
type of players.
Yeah, Guido is arguing the same thing. Like for 20 million, you can do like these players that are defensive midfielders and they're most about their, their running and their work rate. You can find players like that for 6 million, 7 million.
Yeah,
like,
in Serie A you can get, or you can just build that player from your Primavera.
yeah,
After
Eleto.
1 or 2 years of loan, can come back and be that player without paying 20 million.
Yeah, even because Musa's is not that he's not coming from like a fantastic season. Like Musa's
Yeah.
had a pretty poor season at Valencia, so it's not like where is this 20 million coming from? Just because he's young, that's why he's worth 20 million.
Yeah, no. It's I wouldn't pay 20 million. So the midfield 6. Now, if we're playing 4-3-3, we will have right wing, left wing, and a striker. Now, Okafor is in. So
Yeah.
I'm seeing Leao Okafor on the left. Let's assume that. Plus
Okay.
Pulisic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in each position, I'm gonna put a plus.
Okay.
On the right, I see Selemakers, 99% Chukwueze
Okay.
plus Pulisic.
Yeah.
Striker, I see Giroud, hopefully another striker, because what we're gonna do with the money if we sell CDK, we're gonna buy another striker. Hopefully the striker. So I see Giroud, another striker plus Okafor. Messi is out and CDK is out, basically.
Yeah. I listen. If they get another striker, I'll be quite surprised. I'd be quite surprised if they get another striker. I think they're going to stop with Okafor, and maybe they're going to keep Colombo. Maybe if they, but these guys are going to get another striker. That'd be quite surprising to me. And who can you get? Like, who can you get after that? Balogun, because that's the big dream, apparently, according to Moncada and his people.
Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Anyway, if we don't get another striker, my thinking changes. So I see Leao Pulisic on the left, Chukwueze, Selemakers plus Messias on the right. Strikers is Giroud, Okafor, and Colombo or Origi or whatever guy we don't sell and he stays. Which, again, I'm not sure about that. I'll be worried.
For Origi?
For Okafor, I don't think Okafor can be a number 9, an effective number 9 on a 4-3-3 in Italy. Honestly, because he has not enough goals on his in his career. He has not enough physicality to handle those shoulder to shoulder, those defenders in Italy, all those tactical fouls and things like that. That's my opinion. So he will be like a flop, and not because he's not a good player, because he's the wrong choice for what we need. He can be a flop as a number 9.
I don't disagree. Like, I'm not like over ecstatic about Okafor, and yeah, I mean, I think we need a different kind of profile. I agree with you. We need the link up players because we need I mean, if you want to break down low blocks, those are the best players to help you break down low blocks. I don't know. Maybe Okafor, if he is the Rebic replacement, then yes, it is an upgrade for sure. And then if that means that we're getting another striker, but who? Then yeah, I guess we are cooking. But listen, to be honest with you, the fact that we're buying all these players, I'm not. For me, okay, yeah, we have apparently we have all this money and we're just buying lots of players. But I'm going to, calm down. Just because we're buying all these players doesn't mean that we're going to be the best team in Serie A. Doesn't mean that we're going to do, this and that and the other. So I'm. Let's be honest. The Okafor signing for as the striker, it's a little bit underwhelming, isn't it?
Yeah,
It is, right?
yeah. It's not the player I was expecting from.
But that does open the doors to Chukwueze. What do you think of what do you think about Chukwueze?
He's a good player. He's a good right wing. At least what I've seen on YouTube. I haven't seen a lot of him as an actual football. He's a good player. He has pace. I don't know his work rate. If he works hard as well, he covers the pitch. I hope he's not one dimension type of player. Usually you get these players on the right that just like to come in and shoot and do the same type of game. Um, I'm worried about that, but I don't know the player. But it looks a no-brainer. He's quite young. He's 22.
Well, he's not that different from Brahim Diaz, really. Chukwueze. I mean, he's very similar. They're both driblomani, right? They like to dribble. They like to take the
Yeah.
ball forward. And also, I was thinking about this today, and I was thinking about Chukwueze because I have been seeing his highlights, and I was thinking, okay, man, he's really not that different from Brahim Diaz. And then I went to see his stats. Chukwueze had 6 goals and 7 assists last season, right?
Yeah.
You know what Brahim Diaz had last season?
14 or 15 goals contribution.
He had 6 goals and 7 assists, exactly the same. They
Yeah.
even had the exact same SOFA score rating, if you want to consider that. So it's not like we're getting a player that is so superior to who we already had. Like, obviously, he's going to be a player that is going to help the team, but it's not like we're getting like a top-notch, Ballon d'Or kind of player. Because if he was that kind of player, Barcelona would have been on him. Manchester City would have been on him. Real Madrid, the Spanish teams that see him every day, every Sunday or every Wednesday. Even, I mean, he scored a beautiful goal against Real Madrid. If this guy was really this amazing player that everybody should be getting, I'm sure Real Madrid would have tried to get him there. But at the end of the day, he's not very different from Brahim Diaz. So Real Madrid has got Brahim Diaz. Why should they go for Chukwueze? I don't think they're very different.
I don't know. Maybe his football is different. The numbers, the output maybe are similar, but his football maybe is different. He has more that layout factor. He runs faster, so he harder to catch. Brahim Diaz was more like tight spaces. So I don't know. Maybe he has a better finishing. Just he doesn't show up a lot of times in front of the goal. We need to see that. What I'm saying is just that it is a bet because sometimes players that come from Spain with a league that has more possession, more space, you are allowed to do different things that you're not allowed in Italy, and the opposite. If you're a technical player, if you're a physical player, you will struggle in Spain because there is more technicality, and you will do better in Italy. The example is Kessi, for example. Kessi will do amazing in Italy, is struggling in Spain.
Right. It's not his type of football.
It's not his type of football. So there is a Darish Chukwueze football, maybe Spain and not Italy. But if he performs at the level, in terms of output, at the level of Brahim Diaz, and he puts the work rate of Brahim Diaz, he's a good signing at the end.
Yeah, yeah, he is
It's
for
a good
sure.
signing. Um, I think the most exciting signing for me is the Dutch midfielder.
Yeah, same here.
I
Same
think
here.
he will be a game changer if he adapts and doesn't get scared about Milan, San Siro, and all that X factor around the club. Um,
Yeah, I see the Dutch guy being someone that can be shift the balances for sure.
yeah, and I think that is the most exciting. I think Ruben will do just good, just fine, because he's that type of player that is an unsung hero. Let's say it. You will never appreciate or understand the work he does, but he will do good because I think he will put a lot of physicality, a lot of energy in the midfield, and cover a lot of space. So it will be kind of a younger, not younger, stronger and more powerful Krunic. So utility
Yeah,
player.
yeah. I'm exactly. That's what he was at Chelsea. He was a utility player. So he's going to be a utility player for us. Yeah, another version of Krunic with different characteristics, definitely more physical, and I don't know, maybe even more technical.
Yeah, maybe more technical. He has more pace. He runs more uh, faster, and he will be an help on set pieces because he's taller.
Yeah,
So he will add that type of game to the team and help on a different situation. So these two, I'm okay. Excited for the Dutch, and I'm totally fine with Ruben. Ruben will do well. He will do his part. I hope Pobega gets and improves because Pobega did a great season last season. He had a great season considering it was his first season at Milan.
yeah.
He had a great season in my opinion. I don't know why people don't like him on the Milan universe.
It's his passport, the problem.
Yeah, probably. He had a great season, and I hope he improves and he gets better. I think Pobega will be a great midfielder. Uh,
He's in the 4-3-3. His incursions are really good. Like you saw him.
yeah,
Listen, I'm not going to put too much stock in the game against Lumizzane. 30 minutes half against a Serie C. I mean, Sassuolo beat a Serie C team 22-0,
yeah.
just a few days ago. So I'm not going to put too much stock into that game. But Pobega in the 4-3-3, you can see he does those incursions really well, and he finds himself in front of goal often, and he scored 2 goals that way.
And by the way, Pobega has done that in Champions League. He scored goals and
Yeah,
created assists,
that's right.
doing that, going inside the box, doing those 1-2s to shoot. He has a great shot,
Yeah,
Pobega.
he's got a nose for goal. Yeah.
And he's a tall guy, so he goes on those headers. It will be exciting to see a midfield Pobega, Benacer, Ray. I don't know his name.
Rangers.
Reinders.
Rangers. Yeah.
It would be amazing. That would be a good midfield. Or Benacer, Reinders, and Ruben. But I think Pobega is better than Ruben,
Mm.
in my opinion. Just a
Yeah,
bit better.
maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being the choice over Loftus. Question for you. Now, looking at the stats of these players, and also there are like these stats, like these comparisons. So Loftus Cheek, Reinders, and even Musa, who they want to get. When you look at the defensive stats of these midfielders, they're inexistent. Like their ball recovers are really poor, tackles are really poor, and all the midfield defensive stats are very poor. And when you compare them to Benacer, for example, Benacer looks like freaking Maradona, of the defensive midfielders. Um, what do you think about this? Like, one of my concerns is that these guys are not getting like a pure defensive midfielder, like a guy that is going to be in the midfield and is going to be the guy that recovers the ball and the guy that brings in that kind of energy. Because Loftus-Cheek does not have these stats. He does not. Loftus-Cheek has actually very good ball stats, retaining the ball, passing the ball, creating plays. Reindeer's the same. Musa also the same. Someone else made an argument about Musa. We don't need to get into it. But where is the Gattuso? Where is the Ambrosini? You know,
Yeah, the
that's
Tonali.
where's the Tonali? Where is Tonali? So this is
uh,
a concern that I'm having right now.
well, Tonali, they took Tonali and they divided it in 5 different players because they took that money
Yeah,
and they used it to buy 5 different players. So
yeah,
small pieces of Tonali are around the pitch now. Yeah.
yeah. That's it's a concern I have. What do you think? Do you think that can be a concern or not?
I will read that more on Pioli changing the tactics. Pioli wanted to play different football now, not a high press, aggressive football. I think is his third full year. He's starting his third full year now, um, and I think he probably realized that his players don't have the energy and the ability to go for another season on high intensity, energy consuming type of football. Plus, the amount of injuries we were getting was internally they thought is the reason why we're getting so many injuries because we're playing an intense football and the players cannot handle it. So Pioli probably is changing his football now. It will play uh, more. I don't want to say like a normal intensity because that's not such a thing in football in general. But it will be more like conscious now and kind of a holding the ball more than actually high press, high in the
So
pitch.
defending with the ball, essentially.
Yeah, defending with an hybrid between what Real Madrid did a year ago, a bit what City does. They they do the high press, but sometimes they don't. They keep the ball so long they don't need to do the high press. So
I pray for Pioli it works because man, if it doesn't work, he's the first one. The Pioli out brigade is going to come out, and his head is going to be on a pike in front of La Piazza del Duomo. So
oh
I
yeah,
hope it
yeah.
works for him.
He has all these signing. If they work, is because Pioli is gonna do a great job because they are not world class players.
Yes, Lart. Lart, and this is a great thing that you bring up. Like these are not world class players, but a lot of the people think they are. Like a lot of it, and it's normal. This is not just Milan fans. All fans from every team. Every time they get players, everybody gets extremely excited. But let's keep our feet on the ground. Like we're not getting any world class players right now. Okay, or any players that have shown or have done anything world class so far.
No, no, no. We're not getting any world class player. We're getting potential players that can become world class,
Yeah, yeah.
but we're not getting world class player. So if things works next season, is because Pioli is gonna make them work.
Knock on wood.
Yeah,
Knock
that's
on
the
wood.
reality. When we got Mike Magnan, we realized straight away we got a world class player.
Exactly. Yeah.
When we got Theo Hernandez, after 2 months, we thought, okay, this guy's gonna be world class in a year. In 12 months, this guy's gonna be world class.
Yeah.
And he was playing a World Cup for France, going to the final.
Yeah.
Same thing. I would say a similar thing for Tonali and Benacer. I think Tonali is 12 months away to become world class,
Yep.
or maybe this was a season for him to become world class.
Yep.
I think Benacer as well is 12 months away. Unfortunately, you always get these major injuries, but
Yeah.
he is 12 months away to become world class, or one season to become world class. Um, Another player that can become world class that has to be refined. It's Chao and Tomori.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They need to work on some stuff. Chao, I think he needs to work on experience, play more
Yeah. He's
to
so
become
young.
world class. So it's more a matter of time. Tomori is more like on changing his approach and how he reads the game.
Yeah.
So we were on the verge to we've built those world class players. Leao, another one. Sorry, I
Of
didn't
course.
mention Leao. We build, and these guys are not world class. The one we're buying, they can, and if
They
they
can
become world
become.
class, it's because Pioli and the
Yeah.
way he will make it work. But if he doesn't make it work, it's gonna be a mess, and he will get
Yeah.
all the blames, of course.
Of course. Absolutely. No doubt about that. Yeah, no, I totally agree, and I see it that way. And yeah, I let's see what happens. I hope they can find that chemistry right away and play well together right away. And they will have to. The problem is that this season they will have to, because within our first 10 games, we're facing literally almost all the big teams minus one or two. Like already game day 3, we're playing Roma. Game day 4, we're playing Inter. Then we have I don't know, some other game. Then we're playing Juventus. Then we're playing freaking Napoli. Everything is so compact. And if you lose a lot of games in that period, man, you can lose the team. So this is going to be very difficult for Pioli. He has to find his solutions right away, because if he starts off where then he has to chase, man, it's going to be a difficult season for him. We kind of got unlucky a little bit with the schedule. I don't know if you've seen the schedule, but it
No, I
definitely
haven't seen-
is not helpful.
Oh,
While other teams definitely have a better schedule, but for us, it's not helpful. At least the first 10 games.
and one thing though that Pioli is good at is he starts always good. Pioli is
He
really
has.
good at
That
starting.
is true. That is true. Let's see
So
if he can do it this time, because he's
yeah,
starting afresh. So there's a question here from Fazel. He says, "What do you guys think the chemistry will be like between Leao, Pulisic, Okafor, and Chukwueze up top? Do you think that everyone's going to want to shine and not pass?" Like, you go first.
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think these players are going to collaborate with each other. Um, it's the problem is, do they have the ability to collaborate with each other? Do they have the profile to match each other in the pitch? Because they looked all so similar with each other, the type of football they play, and usually similar players don't play well each other.
Big clash.
They clash, exactly. uh, there is a lot of other examples you can see in football in general. You see Mbappe working pretty well with Giroud, struggling with Neymar.
Yeah, true.
So so I don't think they will do it on purpose because they want to shine. It's just because they have similar type of football. They play similar type of football, so that's why there is the risk that they will not work with each other.
Yeah, I agree. I think they will work with each other. I think one of the things that maybe we can count on, or maybe hope to count on in the beginning, is the excitement. Everybody's going to want to, do their best. Everybody's going to
Yeah,
want to make sure, that they impress the crowd, and but not by being, you know, how do you say,
flashy
arrogant with the
players.
ball.
Yeah,
Yeah, but by playing like a team and doing the right things with the team. So hopefully that inertia, that beginning inertia of them being excited and wanting to show what they are, is going to translate in positive things. Another question, Amir Zaid asks, do you think we still need another midfielder? Pioli said that the midfield is now complete. What do you think? Yeah, I'll go first. No, absolutely not. It is not complete. We need an Amrabat in there. We need a Holmund. We need those kind of players. I don't believe that. I believe in balance, and right now, to me, I don't see balance. What about you, Larry?
um number wise is complete. Body wise, it's complete because you have six midfielders there. Of course, because we bought players that are not that they don't convince 100%. There is that feeling that we need more players. That's the problem of our mercato. There is this feeling that we need more players because we feel like we'd never buy the real deal. Good player.
Good point. Good point. Yeah.
So we have 4 or 5 strikers, but I think that we need a striker because we never bought the right one. So I don't know. I think Amrabat, there is some names, some interesting names. I don't see them realistic. I don't think we have the budget to buy those type of players. I think we are operating on selling and after buying. We sold Tonali and we bought a lot of players quickly. And people are saying, "Oh, look at this management, how good it is. They are buying players quickly." No, they have the money. They spend, if I'm not wrong, they spend around 90 million.
Which is almost pretty much the whole Tonali operation.
Yeah. So if you have that money, of course you're going to be quick on making deals. Of course you're going to be quick on convincing Chelsea to buy Pulisic for 20 million instead of 23. Or Okafor for 14 instead of 17. Because you have the money to actually put those offers. Before we were struggling, we were going long with the operation because we didn't have the money. So we were lowballing a lot. So they are giving to Villarreal what Villarreal is asking at the end. That's why they're being quick. The moment they didn't have the money, they didn't buy Chukwueze or these players. The moment we sold Tonali, we got the money. They start to become quick operations and get it done. So the reality is that our management is not quicker on doing things now, just because we have the cash to do it.
Yep. True. Yeah, absolutely. And Negan, in fact, asks, Negan, sorry. Not Negan is the guy in what is that? Walking Dead. Awesome character. But anyway, Negan Hendricks asks, not a knock to Maldini, but a question for Roy. Why are we closing deals on linked targets left and right this window compared to previous 2 windows? Lyot just answered that perfectly. And what rating do you give this window thus far? For me, right now, honestly, I'd give it somewhere between a 6 and a 6.5. Let's see how they finish so far. For me, this spell of buying players does not impress me. Also, we've seen this already in the past with Fassone and Mirabelli. We saw how that worked out. Let's see how they do. But in the end, like, we know who are the world-class players. We know who are the players that shift balances. And we're not getting those players. We're getting players that potentially could do that. So let's see how they do. Right now, am I impressed? No, I'm not impressed. Yeah, these guys have they sold one of the best up-and-coming midfielders in Europe, arguably, at 22, Tonali, who had already helped Milan win a Scudetto, to buy all these players. Is that impressive? No. For me, what would have been impressive is keep Tonali and then build around Tonali and around Leao, around these guys. Because next year, guys, how do you think we're going to fund the market again? Who's next? Who's next? Theo Hernandez? Are we going to sell Theo Hernandez in order to buy 5 or 6 players? Are we going to sell Mike Maignan? For me, it would have been impressive to keep Tonali and then bring in the other guys. But yeah, like Lyot said, when you have the money and you're spending 20 million on this guy, 20 million on that guy, 20 million on that guy, I'm not going to be saying, oh my God, these guys are geniuses. No. Let's hope that they all work out and that we have a great season and then if we do, these guys get their credit. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, and I want to reply to this comment here. The previous management didn't sell and let walk out for free players that they didn't buy. So the previous management was given a team that was completely rotten with 0 value. So that's why they walked out for free. The moment Maldini walks in Milan, Çalhanoğlu is a garbage player that every fan wants him out at Milan. He has the season of his life on last year of his contract and doesn't accept the renewal. Same thing with Donnarumma. Donnarumma is a kid that earns 6 million net and he doesn't want to renew. And he walks out for free. That is not a decision that Maldini or the previous management made. It's something they got from the management before. Who they sold is something that Maldini bought. Maldini valorized and gave him value.
True. Great point. If
That
they made
Tonali
the
is
80,
this-
yeah.
They're selling Tonali 70 million because Pioli and Maldini brought Tonali to that value. This is a team built by Maldini. It's not a team built by Fassone and Mirabelli, because if it was a team built by Fassone and Mirabelli, now Moncada and Furlani would not be able to sell anyone because they are all garbage players. So it's so unfair when people say, oh, the previous manager didn't be able to sell players. Which players? Musacchio, Castillejo, Donnarumma, and then walked out for free because he didn't want to renew his contract because it was already too high. Çalhanoğlu was a garbage player that performed the last season. Which other players Milan was supposed to? Caldara, Conti, Rodriguez, that left back that went to play for Torino, Biglia. Which are the players that Maldini was supposed to sell to fund the market? That's the reality. Maldini built an incredible team, and he asked for fun to keep the team and add more players. The ownership said no. They sold Tonali, and now they're buying 5, 6, whatever players, which are all bets. They're all bets, in my opinion. I don't think all of them will work. I think half of them will work. The other one will just have average seasons or okay seasons, but that's fine. I think if you get 50% right, it's pretty good. But that's the reality. Okay, Donnarumma. I repeat, Donnarumma is a 20 years old with 6 million net contract, and doesn't want to renew. He wants to go and play for Paris Saint-Germain. Maldini didn't sign that contract. It was Fassone Mirabelli that signed that contract. And Maldini brought a better player than Donnarumma, man. Romagnoli, every fan base criticized Romagnoli. No one wanted him to renew. But now, because we had a shit season, you are saying we should have renewed Romagnoli. But everyone was celebrating the fact that Romagnoli was not here anymore. Actually, they were complaining about Romagnoli when Lukaku was scoring goals. And at the end of the day, Lukaku kept scoring goals. And Inter kept scoring goals against us, even without Romagnoli. So clearly it was not Romagnoli the problem. And Kessie, we gave him a contract and he went to Barcelona. Every time people rename these 3 players. But that's true. Anyway.
Yeah, no, man. No, I agree with pretty much everything you said there. Amir says, in chiusura l'arrivo di Samuel Chukweze Di Marzio. So Chukweze is literally a done deal at this point, guys. Looks like that Chukweze will be an AC Milan player, and he will be operating on that right side. So, of course, if we were to play a 4-3-3, Chukweze is going to be probably the main guy on the right. This is the question I have for chat and for Laert. If we're playing a 4-3-3, obviously, like where does Pulisic fit in this 4-3-3? Because Leao is the guy on the left. The center forward, I will bet everything in the world is still going to be Giroud. Giroud is still going to be the guy that Pioli is going to go for. And on the right, I'm assuming it's going to be Chukwueze. The 3 midfielders, you can't put Pulisic in the midfield. Like, he's not a midfielder. So where does Pulisic fit in all of this if we're playing a 4-3-3? Honestly, if you ask me, I have no clue, guys. Is he a bench player? Is he just going to be a guy that comes in for Chukwueze or for Leao? Or are we going to play a 4-2-3-1, and now we can put Pulisic in the cam role, and that makes sense. You have Chukwueze on the right, Pulisic cam, Leao left, Giroud up top, and the 2 double pivots are Reinders and the Loftus-Cheek. who the fuck is defending if that is how we play? Where do you see Pulisic fit in this when it comes to the starting lineup, Laird?
I don't know. I don't know, because if these guys we're buying are all good, some of them are going to be in the bench. Does it, or we are buying players so we can sell Leao next season. So
Well, you
so
think
we're
they're getting
buying.
ready?
Yeah, we're getting ready. These players will come in, get used to Milan, the formation, be good. The moment we realize they're good, we sell Leao and we move with these players in the season after.
So there's a good question here. Which Serie A teams have bought world-class players according to you guys? I think it's a good window so far. I don't think any teams have bought world-class players so far. I can't think of any team that has bought any world-class players so far. I mean, Roma has brought in good role players. Juventus brought in Wea, and they're going to bring in. Juventus has a lot of young players from the academy that are interesting. Inter has brought in Frattesi, Thuram, Quadrado so far. But no, I don't think any world class players have come to Italy so far this season. Can you think of any right now, Larry?
No. I mean, no. And by the way, no one in Italy is buying at the moment. And the only one is Milan, because we have the money of Tonali. But no one in Italy has the money to buy, and Juventus is trying to sell Vlahovic so they can buy and build the team.
Yeah. So, and that's actually a really good point, guys. Don't get confused by the fact that we're not really spending any money. The money, it's all net spent. Like, we're not investing anything. We're pretty much just taking the money we got from Tonali so far and putting it back in the market. So we're not really injecting anything. And yeah, that's what Juventus. Laird, have you heard of this rumor? Kessi Juventus, Chiesa Barcelona.
Without money, just exchange.
I don't know what the details are. I don't know,
man. That would be a great deal for Barcelona.
Yeah, right. For Barcelona, it's a great deal.
For Barcelona, it would be a great deal. It would be like it would be like getting Chiesa for zero.
Yeah.
Because they go Kessi for zero, they're gonna flip it for Chiesa. That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. Allegri is a terrorist. Allegri is 100% a terrorist.
That's mad, man.
Anyway, guys, so yeah, Chukweze to Milan will be closed around 20 million fixed amount, but with further add-ons, deal could reach around 30 million. The Nigerian winger will sign a contract until June 2028. Long contract. That's 5 years. Only few fringes remaining for the official announcement. So now, listen, if Okafor is the last piece as far as the center forward goes, we will find out. There's still a lot left till the end of the market, so we will find out. But right now, it looks like we got our man to put on the billboards and to put on the commercials, Pulisic. As a matter of fact, guys, Pulisic has already brought up the merchandise sales to 200%. And we all said that, Pulisic is like the main reason why these guys are getting Pulisic is probably because of the great branding that you can do in America with Pulisic. And so far, it's working. So we have Pulisic, we have Okafor, we have Chukwueze, we already have Leao, we have Giroud. Where do you rank this offense in Italy right now, Laird, with these players? Where do you rank us?
Top 4, for sure, in my opinion. Like, this is a team that can challenge for top 4. And if Napoli is self-destructing themselves, we can challenge.
Yeah. Napoli is. It is. They do seem like they're self-destructing. Yeah.
So we can
which is a
challenge.
shame. It's a shame to me, but whatever.
Yeah, Napoli, we can challenge for sure. But kind of yeah, I see us top four, which is the main thing that concerns me. So I'm confident we will finish top four. And as you say, if we start well, and the morale and everything, and some other team does not incredibly well, we can challenge and we can try to win the second star. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, guys, because I personally do not want to go through a season where I'm suffering every time we play. I am not in the mood to do that. I want to celebrate every single game, at least the majority of the games. So I really hope that in the end that we are going to be a team that cooks.
Yeah.
Okay, so number one in the world confirmed. By the way, Pioli is bluffing with a 4-3-3 to confuse the enemy. He's not changing from the 4-2-3-1.
I
I don't
think
know,
it's
man.
changing. I think it's changing. It will keep the 4-2-3-1 because in some games you need a more offensive player uh, to create more, maybe, or in some moments of the game. So we will still train that formation. But I think, yeah.
Okay, so let's do this, guys. Let's do early prediction, which means nothing, guys, because definitely we've learned here that doing these predictions at this time of the year means literally zero. But we'll just do it for fun. And by the way, Celestial Lion, Milan will be more entertaining to watch this year. 3-3, 4-4 games. That is not great. I'd rather win 1-0 than
Yeah, that's scary, man. Getting
4-3.
getting
But
4 goals or getting 3 goals.
all right, so let's do, guys, in chat. You give me your 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody, give me your guys' take. What do you think? And we'll give you ours. So, Larry? You go first.
So I'll say Milan, Inter. No, Inter was so poor
Wait,
in
wait.
Serie A.
Milan first?
No, just random. I don't know who's
No,
gonna win it.
no. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, I'll give you Napoli, Milan, Lazio, Juventus.
All right, guys. This is Larry's early prediction right here.
Yeah, because Napoli is still a better team than Milan.
I'll give you mine, and then we'll go through all of your guys's. People are gonna hate mine. They're gonna hate mine, guys. They're gonna hate mine. They're gonna hate it. All right, this is me. People are gonna hate my guys. This is just now, okay? It might change. It might change. All right. So Laird says Napoli, Milan, Lazio, Juve. Joel says Inter, Milan, Juventus, Roma. So Joel thinks Inter's going to win
I
it.
hate Joel more than yours.
Casu says Inter, Napoli, Milan, Roma. So a lot of Inter, right? Second star. Milan, Milan.
Why they put Inter?
Yeah. Why do you guys think Inter is going to win, guys? Let us know. SG says Dylan, Milan. That's a good one. I say for now, I put Roma pole position, Juventus, because they will only be focusing on the Serie A. They don't have to focus on Europe. Then Napoli, I think, has lost something, and Inter there. Right now, I'm not putting Milan in the top 5, but guys, we'll do this again in August, and we'll see. We'll see. And yeah. Milan, Inter, Juventus, Napoli. Milan, Juve, Inter, Napoli. Here comes the second star. That would be amazing. Lazio, Roma, Lazio to win the Scudetto. Wow, you think Lazio can win the Scudetto, right?
No.
No, no. Huh? But we got two here: Lazio, Juve, Inter, Roma. My prediction is Pioli will be sacked by October, and we will bring in Jesse Marsh. Don't know who Jesse Marsh is. Wizu says Lazio, Atalanta, Roma, Juve. Now we got three people that say Lazio is going to win the Scudetto. This is my favorite so far. Monza, Milan, Atalanta, Inter. As if Monza wins the Scudetto, football wins. If Monza wins the Scudetto, football wins. But unfortunately, that's impossible. Any thoughts on Atalanta?
No, Atalanta is not gonna make top 4. I think the surprise will be that Inter will not make top 4 this season.
Yeah. Why? Tell me why.
Well, okay, now they're gonna get the Onana money, so probably they will reinvest them. But they lost. I think Gozen is leaving. Skriniar is out.
Mm-hmm. He's been replaced with Bisek.
Yeah, but is he good? Is this guy good?
Well, Bisek is like he's like a chow, you know. I mean, not as in quality. I mean, as a guy that is young, comes from Germany.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. I think Inter is betting too much now. They've been betting a lot in the last 3 seasons, selling their big players and replacing them with, with cheaper options. And first season they finished second. Second season they lost a lot of games and finished top 4, like third. And I think this is the season they will pay the price for all these things they're doing. That's my opinion.
You think it's finally going to crash down on them, huh? Oh, guys, look at this. We got Fabrizio Romano, Chukweze, imminent arrival. Imminent, guys. Keyword imminent. Arrival means that Kamada, despite reaching a verbal agreement with the club, will not sign. Kamada was one of the first signings that Milan was going to do, and he has been waiting all this time, and all of a sudden, boom, he gets the door shut straight in front of his face. Damn. Jan Summer won't come. Trubin is taking so long and De Gea rejected him. Inter ain't getting a good goalkeeper. Listen, my thing about Inter is this. Inter, no matter how you want to spin it, Inter has a very good management, and they have probably the best DS in Italy, which is Marotta. I don't know. I think in the end, they're going to be able to put together a competitive team. And do I think they're going to win the Scudetto this year? No, I don't think so. I think that they are downgrading. Where they're going to finish, I think in the top 4, but I don't think Scudetto, no. But again, guys, let's see in August, because in August we're going to really know, I think, yeah.
I think, Roy, I think Inter, the season they finished second, they downgraded and they finished third. I think they're downgrading this season again, and they will finish out of the top 4, in my opinion.
And who's taking their place? What do you think?
So for me, Juventus will make a top 4 this season.
Listen, speaking of Juventus, Larry, Juventus know Europe. They only focus on the Serie A, which we know is a big advantage because we saw it when we won the Scudetto. Just having to focus on the Serie A was a godsend.
Yeah.
Do you think this can play a big role in how the Scudetto race goes?
Yeah. Juventus will have just one game a week. I don't think he will have a good squad and a good football to win the league, but he will play a big part of the whole thing. And Inter as well will have issue with Champions League because I don't think they have a large squad to handle both Serie A and Champions League. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. These are the
Yeah,
things.
Juventus doesn't necessarily need to focus on depth this season. They just need to have, like 13, 14 good players. While the teams that are in Europe, if they have ambition in Europe, they need more. So it's definitely an advantage there. This is look at him. There it is. Exclusive. Noah Okafor here on his way to Milano in order to sign on Saturday as new AC Milan player. And this is wrong, guys. New AC Milan asset. Remember, we're not players anymore, we're assets. Contract until June 2020 to be signed in the next 24 hours. 13/14 million to RB Salzburg. Okafor excited for Milan move, and the next signing could be Chukweze soon. Damn, these guys are busy, like spending that money like they're partying in Vegas, huh? It's like
Yeah.
a Vegas night. Just spend that money. Money, money, money. Well, they need to get the team sorted out sooner rather than later, So I understand why they want to do all these signings fast, because out of all the teams, Milan is the team that is changing the most. At least all the other teams do have some continuity going on, so they can afford to wait a little bit longer before they make their signings. But we cannot afford to do that. We need to get these guys playing together right away. It's a whole new midfield, the whole new attacking department. So Pioli has a month, literally 1 month from today, to get this sorted out. Because in 1 month from today, the first game against Bologna. So I get it. I get why they're doing all of it right away. It makes sense. And here we have another one, Fabrizio Romano. AC Milan working to seal Chukwueze deal very soon. 11 minutes ago, it means that Daichi Kamada deal would collapse. Kamada have verbal agreement with Milan, but deal looks set to collapse due to full extra EU spots. AC Milan have chosen Chukwueze Kamada available as free agent soon. So let's see where he ends up. Kamada was being sought out by many teams: Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Roma, a lot of big teams in Europe too. And Larry, look at this. Your boy Hoyland.
70 million, yeah.
Man, they're building quite a squad, huh?
Yeah, this is a player, not Okafor.
This guy's 70 million.
I wish
Imagine-
our management can close a deal like this.
I see. Yeah. Gotta wait for
I mean,
this.
they can if they want. Take the Tonali money and buy him.
Yeah. One player for one.
Yeah, and tell the ownership to bring some money in the table so they can buy the other 4 players they bought. That was the whole point here. Keep Tonali and buy a striker, and move on.
Listen, to me, it will always be a mystery, this idea that we are so financially healthy, but yet again, we have to do what Inter does to do our market. We have to do what Juventus does. Like, what's the point of being financially healthy if we have to act like the other teams that are our competitors? I thought being financially healthy gave us the edge, but
Yeah.
I don't get it. Question here. Do y'all think we're going to win the first derby? I think we're going to get fucked. Really, Kasu. Lart, what do you think?
I don't know. It's like what, in a month, more than a month. It's in 2 months' time. No idea. I haven't watched Milan play this season.
It's
once.
a month and maybe maybe 2 months, 3 weeks. It's game day 4. So first game day is August 21st.
Yeah, and there is 2 weeks. Sorry for the noise. And there is probably 2 weeks break for the
National
team. So it's gonna be 2 months.
Yeah, I tough to say, man. Really tough to say right now. One thing for sure is that I am not jealous that they got Thuram. I'll tell you that. Too much for a player that scored 10 goals. Overrated. I feel Inter hijacked our players because we're going to leave them the collapse in San Siro to themselves. What's going on, Art? Are you building something?
No, I'm not building anything. It's my neighbor. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Just putting paintings on the wall or something.
1 second.
Look at this. Mike C. Is this an apology stream to management? Mike C. Do you really think that we're going to get bamboozled by signings by just like? I mean, okay, I wouldn't say these are low tier signings, but they are not like high tier signings either.
They're not gonna make us win the Champions League. We were hoping that the new ownership will invest on top of the team that we had. That's what we were hoping. That's why we were upset. These are signings that Borussia Dortmund, RB Leipzig, Sevilla, Lazio, this type of team does. They are not signing that Manchester United, Manchester City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich does. So I'm not apologizing to anyone, because this management is keeping my team at the level of RB Leipzig, Borussia Dortmund, Sevilla, Lazio, and you name it, West Ham. So I'm not apologizing to anyone. You're getting excited because some of the people on the internet, they just get a boner from signings, no matter who he is. Just get a boner from a signing. I don't.
Moneyball. Holland does not want to play for an Italian ball coach. He only wants to play for a Dutch ball coach. Common days. Yeah, that's right. On the Derby day is going to be Pulic's birthday. True. When your asset scores a touchdown, that's hilarious. Did Højlund score against any of the top 4 teams of last season? I don't know. I'm not sure. Well, the thing about Højlund is that he's very young. He's 19. And guys, you can see that this guy has qualities. Like, you can see. First of all, he's 19 with the physique of a 27-year-old. And then the way he holds the ball, the way he protects the ball, his shooting, his at that age, very good for this age. So who knows what his ceiling is. And his debut with the national team, he scores a hat trick. Again, I don't like to make this comparison, but I'll make it. Like Leao's first season at the same age did not look like Højlund's first season. Højlund had a good season. Let's not confuse him for a 27-year-old that only had 15 goal contributions. He's a 19-year-old that came to Italy first time and had 19 goal contribution. He placed Zapata on the bench. There's a reason why Man U is spending a lot of money for him, and there's a reason why Newcastle is spending a lot of money for Tonali too. Don't get that twisted. By the way, did you see Tonali's performance against Newcastle or his highlights?
Against Rangers, yeah.
Yeah,
I saw like an edit from who was it? The guy that does all the Milan edits, Karim. Yeah, I saw an edit of him about Tonali. It was okay.
For being the new Atalanta, apologize. Who's knocking on the door? It's Chev or Jerry?
Can you still hear the background noise?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Jesus Christ, man. It's Friday night, basically.
What has the management done to make anyone apologize? Yeah, listen, first let's win first. Listen, guys, this is also a suggestion. It's like, yeah, okay, but let's first win. Let's see what the field says first. And then we can say, okay, this management did a great job. But like you're putting all the eggs in this one basket, but now we're this top club. Let's be careful with those kind of ideas. Roy, let it go. This management has done well this summer so far. It's done well. It's done okay. Guys, listen, you can give any person in 100 million to spend, and they're going to bring you players. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not very difficult to do. It's that's
By
the
the
law.
way, Roy, last time that Maldini spent 90 million, he won the league.
True, true. Magnan, Tomori, Tonali, Giroud, Florenzi, Messias. That was a
Brahim
great market.
Diaz on
Oh yeah,
loan,
I'm this. Yeah,
all these players, not signed, not renewing Chalanoglu, not renewing Donnarumma, uh, getting Kalulu.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, I need to
So
check what's going on here.
let's judge at the end of the season, Lucas. Let's judge at the end of the season. We're selling a club, and people are having a Leo Okafor, but Okafor is more technical. You think so? Hmm. Roy, explain why us fans complain about lack of depth like last year, but this season we complain about who plays where. What happened to appreciating and having depth like Inter? Do we have depth yet? Do we? I have to see the full roster. I don't think our roster is complete yet. Uh, I mean, that's the plan to have depth. But again, guys, if in the beginning of the season, if let's say Origi and CDK would have performed and Rebic would have performed, we would have had depth. So let's see if these guys perform first, because if they don't perform, then there is no depth. Let's see, guys. Let's see. You know, like Lar was saying, it's like we're not getting the players that Man City would get, that Real Madrid would get, that Bayern would get. We're getting the players that are that tier below. So let's chill out. Let's see, guys. Maybe, yeah. Go ahead.
No, we're getting those players that we were buying 3 years ago, 2 years ago. So Tomori, Hernandez from Real Madrid. We're buying those type of players. 3 years ago, after 7 years not being in Champions League, revenues around 250 million, depth that was massive. Now it's been 40 years, almost, let's say 3 years. We finished second, first, and top four. We played 2 years in a row in the Champions League. We have a revenue of 420 million. I would love to see better players. I would love to see Tonali stay and buy better players. I'm not saying these are not good players. I'm not saying that these players are not going to perform. I'm still upset with the management because I want that next step. I wanted now. I was one of them that was saying it's too early to do that next step, but now is the right moment to do that next step because the starting 11 showed us that they can go to the semi-final of a Champions League. So why not adding players at the level of Tomori, Teo Hernandez, Leao, Tonali, but you are a level below type of players?
Yeah, and I think it's a legitimate concern. It's like, I think it's fine. Hey, we want more, guys. We want more. We are Milan fans. We're not Dortmund fans here, guys. We're not Atalanta fans. We're Milan fans, and we went through this whole phase
Yeah.
of growth. We should have continued instead of taking a step back. United is a talent killer. Name one successful signing other than Bruno. I don't know much about Juventus. Manu. I get Haaland vibes from Højlund. He's a great signing from Manchester United, but he's 20. He still needs to grow, so I think he's going to struggle at first. Yeah, most likely. Tonali's going to have the biggest clout ever. Watch Newcastle become the next City in 3 years. They can. They have the money to do it.
Yeah.
Do you think Pioli will try to shift Rafa to center forward? Interesting. Rafa to center forward, Pulisic left wing. I have a feeling he will try again specifically with a 4-3-3. So Pulisic on the left, Rafa center forward, and Chukwueze on the right. I didn't think about that. That's an interesting solution. What do you think about that one?
Well, that would be amazing if Leao learns how to play the number 9 position.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I think that would actually be pretty good. I didn't think about that. That would be nice. Megan asks, "Are you busy with Dua Lipa, Larry?"
Unfortunately, not.
Happy to see Luca matured. Really, Lucas has matured. He definitely has. He definitely has. Whatever those sounds, my man.
It's just people doing work now. Do I need
That
to put in headphones? Maybe it's gonna listen. Let me try with my headphones.
depth on the wing backs only with Singo and Calafiori. Yeah, I saw Calafiori is being linked with us. Let's see what happens.
I mean, Single will be a great signing.
Yeah, I think so too. I've always been a fan of Singo. I think he would bring in physicality, technique, muscle. CDK was and is a bad buy. For last year, 100%. Let's see if he's always going to be a bad buy. Roster is not complete. If we get a CDM, backup left back, we're going to have a good depth. Mercato is not over. I mean, there's still a long time. Well, no, not really. I mean, there's a month and 2 weeks still, more or less. But they need to obviously get as much of it done as soon as possible because time is of the essence. Alexander asks, Roy, when is Rock and Kush debate happening?
Oh my
know, we
god, I
should
don't want to see that.
You don't want to see Rock and Kush debate?
No, I don't want to see that.
What about Rocco?
Rocco, a new debate? I want to see that. I definitely want to see that. But I want to see that next summer, after the season finishes.
Yeah.
Because before the season starts, no one will be right. There's no point.
No one really knows,
maybe,
I guess.
Exactly. But in January, maybe, yeah. In January, we will have an idea.
Barocco was so not generous to Maldini. I mean, his reasonings for being happy that Maldini is fired are so, in the end, childish, and they're so unobjective, and
it's so unfair because all the players we're buying it because we sold the player that Maldini bought.
Exactly.
That's the reality of things. We're buying all these 5-6 players because they sold Tonali, which was bought by Maldini. And we know why Tonali signed for Milan, because a big Milan fan, and Maldini told him, let's come here and play for Milan. Lower your salary. Let me fight against Brescia so I can lower your price. That is something Maldini did.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that is something that only Maldini can do.
Yeah.
I don't think that Furlani or Moncada have the clout or ability to persuade someone to do that. I don't know. Maybe. It depends on the player, I guess, that they're signing.
Yeah.
Pobega is going to be like a new signing if we end up using the 4-3-3. I agree with that. Yeah, absolutely. I think that Laird agrees with that too. Are the Super League funding fathers going to talk? Maybe. They're all four in America right now. So Milanista says, okay, we got an attack from the chat, who, by the way, has a Tonali avatar. Now, this is double standards. If Maldini was still here, you guys would be hyping him up so hard. I don't know, man. I mean, when Maldini made, at least I'll talk for myself. Well, last season, I was pretty critical of Maldini's Mercato, to be honest with you. The season before, I thought it was absolutely brilliant. But this season here, I wasn't so happy about CDK. I wasn't so happy about Origi. I thought Chow was a good signing. And who else did we sign? I can't even remember.
First of all, Maldini never sold a fan favorite. So Maldini kept all the players. The one that he didn't keep them was players that wanted to leave, so they didn't want to stay at Milan. So first thing. Second thing, Maldini bought some players last summer. Then a lot of us were not hyping. I didn't hype Balotore when he came in.
Oh yeah,
I was yeah, fine. I actually said here in a lot of lives, Maldini made a mistake with Balotore. I didn't hype Dest. Everyone knows here what I thought about Dest when we got him last day of the Mercato. I was with CDK. I was like, let's see, talented player. Hopefully does well. I actually was saying I'm not sure he's gonna bench Diaz. It's not so easy. If I was one of those that I will hype Maldini signing, I would say this guy will destroy Diaz. He will be an amazing player. But still, I was questioning.
Yeah, Milanista, you're getting us completely wrong, my man. We are quite objective when it comes to
Roy didn't hype the Giroud signing. Didn't hype the Origi signing.
yeah.
And I was okay with the Giroud signing. Never hyped it. Never thought, oh my god, this is a game changer. I was like, it's gonna bring experience, some goals, play well. So we no one hyped the Bakayoko signing, where we brought him back for 2 years loan. Actually, it's so unfair because every operation, most of the operation Maldini did, you guys went against in this chat, and those operations worked. They brought results. They brought second place, first place, and top 4, 3 years in a row. So you guys were against the Messias deal. Messias deal cost 4 million, brought a Serie A title, top 4, and a semi-final. Was one of the players that brought that team in the semi-final of Champions League. I was against the choice of not buying Botman. I cannot complain against
That was Gazidis'
about
fault.
Oh,
Gazidis, he said no to Botman.
exactly, whatever. He said no to Botman. But I didn't say anything against Maldini because Maldini had a limited budget. If Maldini has 90 million and he doesn't buy Botman, you will hear me say something. But Maldini was given 45 million to spend. And they told him you have to sell a player if you want to spend more. And Maldini said, no, I'm not selling players. I'm not selling.
And remember, when you say you have to sell a player, selling Rebic, or in this case, selling CDK or Rigi of these guys, it's not easy. If you say I'm going to sell the players that don't perform, it's not easy. But selling a player means you have to sell one of your best players because those are the easy players to sell. If we put on the market today Teo Hernandez, say, hey guys, come and get Teo Hernandez, he's for sale, all the big teams are coming with a fat check.
Yes.
If you say the same thing for Mike Magnan, Leao, but if you tell, hey guys, Rebic is on the market, you hear crickets.
No one cares. Yeah. So
Maldini, yeah, go ahead.
No, I just want to say that I'm going to say thank you to Maldini because he never sold our most valuable players. He kept them all. He signed them. He could have sold Benacer for 50 million and financed the Mercato and buy Botman, buy another midfielder. I don't know. He could have done other things. He didn't do that. He kept Benacer. He could have sold Teo Hernandez. He could have sold Leao for 100 million. Actually, an offer came for 80 million for Leao, and he said no from Chelsea. So we're not being biased, man. I'm just telling people that the reality, how things are. I was hyped 3 years ago because again we were coming from 7 years of nothing, 7 years of shit. 7 years of shit means that if you sign Messias on loan for 2 million, you get hyped because Messias is a guy that scored 15 goals and assists the season before. But after 3 years of Champions League, winning the title, playing the semi-final of Champions League, you bring me a guy that probably will do the same numbers of Messias, I'm not going to get hyped. That's the reality. It's unfair to judge the job of Maldini because he got a team that was garbage with the job of these two that got a world-class team, a Rolls-Royce. They have a Rolls-Royce. And they're buying cheap stuff to put on that Rolls-Royce. That's the reality. And probably it's not even their fault. Let's be honest, because that's the budget they have, and they have to do stuff with that budget. So I'm not blaming Moncada or Furlani, but you guys are treating them the next best thing.
That's the issue that I have, and that's a great point that you bring it up. Like, yeah, okay, I am upset with how Maldini was treated, and yeah, we did scrutinize Maldini, guys. It was friendly. The thing, everything is recorded live. Okay, there's a lot of us here scrutinizing the signings, not being happy with the signings. But on the other hand, some of the fans here are treating Moncada and Furlani like they are the greatest things that ever happened to football. Like, like we haven't even seen this team perform yet, and we're treating them as if these guys are the best DSs that ever existed. It's like, I think the imbalance is coming from the other side.
Yeah.
Larry, there's a question here. Do you like the PSG collaboration, the PSG Milan collaboration in jersey? I don't know what you mean. The second shirt? The second shirt looks like a PSG shirt.
Not really. If people have watched football for more than 5 years, they will know.
Damn. Do you like the second shirt?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's not a PSG collaboration, but it's a good one.
Quasi says we're not doing bad in the mercato. Rafa CF just doesn't work out, man. He doesn't have the maturity for that position or center forward. Okay, so Ankit Servastava says, don't be delusional. Real Madrid almost generate 800 million in revenues. Milan needs time to be set up as a self-sustaining club and generate. Once they get there, they surely will sign big names.
So 1 second. So when I was saying Messias is a good signing because we generate 250 million, I was a dickhead. People were going against me in this chat. They were saying, you're an idiot. We should buy 30 million Berardi. We should buy this guy for 30 million. We should spend that guy for 30 million. No, Diaz is not good enough, 20 million. We should buy better players. When you see the players we're buying, numbers they have are even lower than Diaz. I was a dickhead. Now that Milan generates 420 million revenues, full stadium, Champions League football, trying to win the titles, I'm a dickhead that is asking for more. And okay, and they bring the Real Madrid example, or 800 million revenues. I'm not asking you to buy 100 million, 120 million midfielder, what Real Madrid is doing. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm asking you to keep your best players and put some money in the table so the management can spend that money. He didn't put any money. Jerry Cardona didn't put any money in the table. Fired Maldini, forced the management to sell Tonali, and told them, take the Tonali money, and that is the money for your mercato. I don't give a shit. Yeah, that I don't like that. I'm sorry, but I don't like that. And if they do that, they're not doing anything exceptional. There is nothing exceptional getting 80 million from a player you sold and reinvest that on 4 players. There's nothing exceptional on that. Everyone can do that.
I mean, I think what you're saying is completely logical, my man. It's logics. Do we know anything about this kid we bought from Madrid? So we didn't buy him. This is not a purchase. He's on loan, and Madrid is pretty much going to park him with our Primavera. And then he's part of a deal. I believe that he's going to be training with the first team. But essentially, Madrid is just using us to develop their players, pretty much. I think we're heading in the right direction. The management is doing well. The Tonali money has been well spent. We need Dominguez from Bologna to complete these new additions.
Dominguez from Bologna. Who's this guy?
I bet Osimhen is mad at Chukweze for joining us. Yeah, because Napoli was also interested in Chukweze lately. Yeah. Fan favorites make no money. What do you mean? Fan favorite makes no money. I don't know what changes. If you're saying what I think you're saying, doesn't make sense because Tonali was our biggest merchandise seller and he made us a lot of money. I believe these signings are very good. Other teams like Barcelona wasted the money they got for Neymar in 2018.
Totally agree. Totally agree with that. But Barcelona had a different logic. Barcelona said, "I'm selling Neymar for 200 million. I'm gonna get Coutinho for 150 million." So it's a different logic. Um, and Barcelona is not selling Neymar because they need money. Selling Neymar because the offer is massive, and he wanted to go at the end. There is different situation now. Going back to the money are well spent. This is an opinion we have right now in July. That's it. This is an opinion we have right
Say
now.
that again. Say that again one more time.
When people say the money of Tonali are well spent, this is an opinion we are having now. Let's see in 6 months what we think, how we spend those money. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear people say it's Pioli's fault because he's not playing the right formation. Because then you will be the biased one. Then you will look at you now. You were telling me these players were amazing. Now you're blaming Pioli because we're not playing well. So let's see. Let's see how amazing these players are. I told you. These are players that provide a certain type of football. Let's see if Pioli will be able to make it work.
Yep. Let's see, guys. Hopefully he can, because I would rather it works, but it doesn't, because I do not want to go through a season of being upset every time Milan plays. So I want it to work. Not gonna lie, if Maldini was still here, he most definitely would not have sanctioned the side of the sale of Tonali. So we would have had only 30 million to spend the entire mercato, which is sad, very sad. Megan says, "Are we forgetting the role of the scout? Is this debate? No, are we forgetting the role of the scout in this debate and the players that were pitched to Maldini by the scout that he didn't act on?" But Megan, this conversation that has been brought up is so disingenuous, because every year scouts are going to bring players and the DSs have to make their decisions, and sometimes they're going to be right, sometimes they're going to be wrong. I'm sure that there's a lot of times where the scout brought in players and we don't know about those players, but those players completely flopped and we don't know. We don't know what other players the scouts mentioned. I think this is propaganda. This whole situation is propaganda. And another thing that this is very dangerous about this narrative, Negan, is that every single DS in the history of the sport every year will make bad choices. Like Lart said later, 50% of them will do good. The other 50%, maybe some of them will completely flop. So doesn't matter what your name is. It can be Moncada, it can be Maldini, it can be freaking Maradona. You are going to make mistakes. All right. Basically, you're treating this as if Moncada and Fulani will never make any mistakes. They will make mistakes, guys. Trust me. Like Maldini made mistakes, and we spoke about the mistakes Maldini made, these guys will make mistakes too. This season, some of these players that a lot of you guys are super hyped on will be flops. That is a guarantee. One of these guys, two of these guys will be a flop and it won't work out, because this is the story of every single market, every single year. Some guy will be on the bench, he won't be happy, and his motivations will go elsewhere, and that's just the way it is. And then there are other players that maybe for example, Taremi ends up going to another club. He has a great season. Okafor has a shitty season. So we can have this debate all over again. Well, why didn't Moncada go for Taremi instead of Okafor? Blah, blah, blah. So I think this narrative here is very dangerous. Yeah, everybody makes mistakes, not just Maldini. And also, again, and I thought Larry was really good at bringing this up, the reason why these guys are buying all of these players is because of the choices that Maldini did make, which is Tonali, which is the players that worked out, that turned out to be world beaters. So if we want to talk about the mistakes of Maldini, let's also talk about the great decisions he made. So what do you guys think about Chukwueze? Tell me now before he plays for Milan. I think Chukwueze is going to be more or less the same level of Brahim Diaz. More or less. Maybe a little bit better. since he's a little bit more successful in dribbling, but just a tiny bit. He's not that much more successful in dribbling. But I think he'll be very similar.
I want to say something about all these players we're buying.
Yes.
There is 91 people in this live today. I don't want to see people hide when these players are gonna do a wrong cross, miss a goal, have a bad game, lose that game when Bologna defends 11 players behind the ball. I don't want these people to hide, because these people were showing up and blaming Messias, Selemakers, Diaz, Krunic, and all these other guys. When these players are gonna lose games and have a shit performance, have a shit cross, have a shit dribbling, shit game, I want these people to show up in this live and tell me, "Oh shit, lad, you were right. It was not just Selemakers that was bad at crossing. Even the 30 million player is bad at crossing." That's what I want to hear. I don't want people to hide, because these people, I've seen a 70 million Anthony at Manchester United completely flop. So who's gonna tell me that this guy Chukwueze is not gonna flop at Milan, and we will see Selemakers Messias starting next season, and this guy being in the bench unhappy? It can happen. Or Pulisic having an injury every fucking month. Can anyone guarantee here in this chat that these things I'm saying are not gonna happen? Can anyone bet your house that this thing is not gonna happen? No. Things. That's where we are now.
Yeah, no, dude, of course. Look, Chukwueze is a player that does a lot of mistakes, yeah? So he will be frustrating because it's part of his game. He put a lot of wrong crosses, a lot of shots. I think Nathan was talking about him because Nathan has seen him a lot. And he says he's a player that wastes a lot of opportunities. And what's most likely going to happen is, like, let's say we do lose a game and Chukwueze wastes a lot of opportunities. The whole narrative is going to go upside down. It's going to change. Oh, this guy sucks. This guy is wasteful, blah, blah, blah. So I would say let's be balanced rather than treat these guys as if they're Ballon d'Or players. Let's be balanced. Let's see how they perform. Sure, I'm not that excited, to be honest with you, in general. But let's not already decide that we won the Scudetto and we're putting that second star on our shirt. Let's chill out here, because we're not getting Salah, we're getting Chukwueze.
I'm not convinced, man. These are all signings that we need to see. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Chukwueze last year was in the Conference League. Villarreal got kicked out of the Conference League really fast. Okay? I don't know if that means anything regarding Chukwueze, but, let's just chill out. Chill out here. Let's see. The deal is not done yet. So, guys, I don't think we have a deal yet. What's going on here? Let's go to the Twitter world, the Twitter sphere. Milan are still working for Musa 55 seconds ago, 56, but they're not in a hurry. They still deem Valencia request for the player high. Okay, so it looks like, I don't know if this is also, guys, watch out for these reports, because we saw a lot of these kind of reports going for Taremi, Morata, blah, 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 and all of a sudden we get Okafor. And it seems like they use players to diverge the attention. Watch out for this. Watch out for this.
Roy, do you have a video about Musa?
Musa, yeah, I can put it up. Yeah, Musa is Spain. Spain doesn't give us issues. Musa is like a young Kissy. He kind of reminds me of a young Kissy. Let's see. I mean, I like the player. Yeah, I'm not against him, but I think it's a bit too much for the price. All right, guys, we're going to check out some Musa. Ti piace la Musa, Lert?
Musa al cioccolato.
No, la Musa. Ti piace? La Musa,
Cos'è
la Musa rosa.
Ah.
Eh?
Yes, I like it.
Sì, piace a tanti. Non a tutti, però piace. All right.
Imagine if you could design products as quickly as your ideas flow.
Wow, look at that.
Imagine if
Yeah, all bullshit.
AI, man. The AI, the bots are taking over.
Yeah, I feel like oh man, we're so close to 100. We need the likes now.
Yes, guys, click that like button. Guys, I promise you, if you click the like button, this is a fact. We're winning the second star.
If you click that like button, I'm gonna like Moncada and what is the other guy?
Furlani.
Urlani.
T1000, the bot. So appearances. All right, so this is what Chunk says about Musa. That in the US, when he plays for the USA, he plays as a defensive midfielder and his numbers are good. But at Valencia, he plays as a box-to-box and his numbers aren't that good.
Is he Paul's cousin?
Paul's cousin?
He's Italian and from Ghana as well.
No, he's American.
So it's not British, so that's why it's not Paul's cousin.
No.
What happened to Paul, by the way?
I don't know. Paul is thinking about Baschirotto.
Stop it.
Damn, that was a career-ending slide tackle right there.
He has
Get Taco. Wow, that's look at that. Look at that touch. Damn, that's like Messi, right? Really close to your feet. Let's see it again. That's a good ball.
That's a good ball, yeah.
Where is that touch? I want to see that touch again.
You need to go back, man.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Guarda che tocco. Ma che tocco è? I like his spirit, man. I like the way he seems to have a fighting spirit. You know, that's a good ball. That's a really good ball.
Yeah, it's in a certain way he's even better than a young Kessie. I don't think it's it's a bit has more pace. Is more.
No. I like this player. I like this player.
But he's smaller than Kessie. Physically, he's smaller than Kessie. Kessie was a big lad.
Yeah, man. Kessie is 1,000 tons of muscle, man.
He's rapid.
Yeah. No, listen. I when I first saw him, I was like, dude, this guy looks good. Looks like, and Gattuso also spoke very well about him. Gattuso said that it's basically he reminds him of a young Kessie, but the first Kessie. Okay, don't get it twisted. Gattuso said you gotta wait for him. Yeah, you don't expect this guy's gonna come to the Serie A and all of a sudden be the top G in the Serie A. Just you got to be patient with the guy. The potential is there. I definitely can see the potential as a work rate midfielder is there, and he's got decent technique too. By the way, guys, the feud with Milan Lab is officially over. So
What do you mean?
The feud with Milan, well, not with Milan Lab, with some of those guys is officially over.
What is the feud? What does it mean, feud?
You've been on holiday, Larry. I don't know if you know, but there's a war.
You guys, yeah, there is a war. I know about the war.
Yeah, the war has officially ceased.
Is a war between the two channels or a war between people between the channels?
People.
Okay.
But at a certain point, it almost got to the point where it was going to be war of the channels. But now, guys, you're going to be seeing us there, and you're going to see them here. So things are back to normal.
Battling.
Yes, yeah. I don't know, Lart. Give us your opinion.
I don't know. It's good talent. 20 years old, yeah.
20 years old.
Yeah, good talent. It's just I don't know. Maybe I don't see him doing better than Adley. I don't see him being an upgrade to any of our midfielders. That's the thing.
Yeah, no, of course not. No way. No chance. He's so ripe. First of all, I don't understand why he is worth 20 million. That makes no sense. Why is he worth 20 million? Like this guy.
20 years old. That's why.
Yeah, I mean that's the only reason. But yeah, we spoke about earlier. Guido said it too. Like they're players that can do what you already need right away for much cheaper. But of course, these guys probably are looking at the capital gain situation.
Yeah, they're looking to resell.
Ernesto says, Roy, did you see what Pioli said about the midfield? I know Pioli had an interview. Let's see what it was. After we finish this, let's go check his interview.
You can close it if you want, Roy. I saw enough.
Okay. Are you going to spend 20 million on him, Bart?
No. I would have spent. To be honest, we bought Pulisic. How's it called? Chukwueze and Okafor for 55 million, something like that. Basically, more or less 55 to 60 million. I would have spent that money on a striker, and that's it.
You on the striker, yeah? You've been asking for the striker for years. Still not going to get. You're still not getting it.
I would have spent money on Spinazzola, Singo.
Speaking of which,
yeah,
Spinazzola might be on the market.
He is on the market, but probably he's going to go to Saudi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's kind of breeze through this. It's pretty long, but let's just see what Pioli says, what we think. What adjective would you like to associate Milan with? A happy Milan. I have one goal, and I've told everyone to be happy and train happy players, happy to play together and to play a certain type of football and to wear such a prestigious shirt. There is enthusiasm and emotion, as is normal at the beginning of the season, where Milan 2023-24 will have to be important. We're approaching the year with some changes, but I see everyone is motivated. He wants a happy Milan. Like everybody wants to be happy, smiling. Is that good? The motions of the Scudetto and the Champions League dream. Winning the Scudetto is very difficult and very beautiful. It gives you an idea of the work you've done during the year. Winning the Champions League would be something exceptional, but you also need a little luck. I think there are more merits to winning a title, and that many other situations. Okay, whatever. So he's pretty much saying that you need more merits winning the Scudetto than the Champions League. That is strange. Do you agree with that? You think the Champions League is a luck? Is a lot of it is luck?
No, it's two different competitions. Of course, the league you need to be good the whole 9 months. Champions League you need to be good those moments, but in Champions League you need to have a world-class team to win it. In the league you need a world-class work rate, world-class. So
Mm.
you can have you can win the league with a KC player. You're not gonna win the Champions League with KC because KC is not a world class player. On those big moments, he will not show up.
Yeah.
So
Good question here, guys. Check this out. What will Milan be like without Ibra? Ibra was the leader of this team, and there's no one who can take his place. If I had to name a player who is a leader, so essentially right now he's telling us who the next leader of this team is, and that is Mike Magnan. And I think that is very evident. He has a mentality, a determination, and an obsession with being the best that can be contagious. He is a point of reference. Mike Magnan is our top player, world class player. Yeah, 100%. I think we can all agree with this. What do you expect from Leao? Despite what he's demonstrating on the pitch and in attitudes, I expect further growth from him. He still has room for improvement, and though he's already at a very high level. Like, what do you think Leao will have? What kind of season do you think he's going to have? You think it's going to be his best season or not? What do you think?
oh yeah, he has a lot to improve. Decision making. I saw an interview about of Seedorf on a with some YouTubers from UK. The pitch side or something like that. They had an interview with Seedorf, and they asked him, "Who is can you give us some outsider that can win the Ballon d'Or? Some names that no one will think." And he said Leao. He named other players, of course, but he named Leao as
Do
well.
you
And he said,
remember who else he said? Do you remember who else he said?
I can find out, but I think he said like players like he didn't mention Mbappe and Erling Haaland because they are in the conversation already.
Mm.
He mentioned, I think Bellingham.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah.
Bro, Madrid's
Leao, Ozyman. I think
wasn't. Yeah.
yeah. I can find out for you next time. I'll tell you.
All right.
But
Yeah.
anyway, you say about Leao that he can be and he can be unstoppable. He can be incredible. The only thing he needs to learn is decision making. To always make the right decision during the game. And I always say that Leao, technically and physically, he is better than Mbappe. He is better than Mbappe, technically and physically. Mbappe does not have the talent and the physical ability that Leao has. But unfortunately, Mbappe has a mentality, a decision making that is insane compared to Leao. If Leao can get that decision making, it will be unstoppable. We will have a level, a Messi, Ronaldo type of level.
He needs to commit himself to football, like at a level that is much higher than what it is already. He needs to dedicate himself to the sport. I think he kind of needs to let go of all these exterior hobbies he's into, and he just needs to focus on the game. And then I think he can achieve that. He can bring himself. He needs to bring himself to the next level.
He needs to be obsessed about football.
Yeah,
his obsession should be football, nothing else.
Yeah. What is the saying? I can't even remember the saying. Something about something, master of none. Guys, you guys feel that saying, the first half of that saying. Loftus-Cheek, okay, what impressions have you got from the new signings? Okay, perfect. So Loftus-Cheek is a strong player. He combines physicality and quality. He likes to make late runs. I would like to see him continuously in the opponent's area. Okay, so he wants a 4-3-3. If he wants the midfielders to be in the area, he's going for a 4-3-3. Based on his characteristics, we'll try to develop a proactive game with more attacking players able to find the winning play, something we perhaps lacked in the past in some tactically complicated matches. Reinders is equally a quality player. He moves well. He's intelligent. He knows how to give the right solutions to his partner in possession. So he's going to be the brains of the operation. He can also be dangerous in the offensive zone. Man, Laird, have you seen Reindeer's shots from outside the box?
Yeah, he's good.
Bruh, fucking hell. That's fucking crazy good. He has good finishing and ball progression. He knows how to unlock the game, create goals, and also has goals in his legs too. The only issue I have with Reindeers, he looks a little bit, doesn't seem like a warrior to me. So let's see. Pulisic is a player, and when I say that, I mean he's a guy who can do the right thing at the right time. And when you have someone like him at your disposal, things get easier. He can play in various roles. Interesting. He definitely is smart. It can beat a man, whether it's a one-on-one, give and go, or through balls. He is of a high level and is different from his teammates. Different characteristics in a well-defined game system can give an extra unpredictability to the team. Okay. Interesting take on Pulisic. He didn't say he's world class. What midfield is taking shape in the transfer market? In the midfield department, we're looking for new names, new positions, and new characteristics. The arrival of Loftus-Cheek Rangers completed. We believe we have embarked on a path of quality players, better ball management in attacking situations. Damn, what a dig on Tonali. Piece of shit. All this to be an even more attacking and dominant team. In the attacking half of the pitch, I would like players capable of making the right choice at the right time, something that wasn't always successful. This guy digging on Tonali almost, huh?
No, because he played Tonali a lot.
Yeah, he did. I know. Okay, can Milan carry on without Maldini Masada? The club has decided to turn the page, but history is not forgotten. We know what we have done together. We know the path that has led us to certain levels. All the people who have worked with us have made a contribution. They've been very present, positive, and important. Clearly, now another situation has arisen. They're different people. I see great enthusiasm and the will to do things well. We'll want to do the best possible job every day. Okay. Very. Could the 4-3-3 be a change towards next season? The 4-3-3 can be a change, yes, but a lot will depend on the knowledge we have on the pitch or if other players arrive. We'll also use other systems, but we're already used to changing within the same match. It'll take a lot of spirit and time, given that, time that you don't have, Pioli. You have 1 month, my man, given that the new players are arriving. In any case, already mature. They know how to stay on the pitch and relate to the rest of the team, which has had a solid base for many years. They're smart guys. They want to learn from the language to the pitch. Man, these guys don't even know the language yet. Wow. And they join a cohesive group. I have positive sensations. But he's not saying, we're ready. We're going to kick ass. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. He's being very precautious. He's being honest. Saying, we're going to need time. These guys have to learn the language.
It's gonna be. I think the Real Madrid game will be interesting. What time is the Real Madrid game, by the way, Roy?
Well, I'm in Italy, by the way. I don't know if you know.
Right now, or you're gonna be in Italy?
I'm right now in Italy. Yeah.
Okay.
It is going to be at 4:30 a.m. Italy.
4:30 a.m. in Italy.
Yes.
Sunday, so Monday.
Correct. For us, it's going to be a Monday.
Are we gonna show the game?
Yeah, why not? Are you going to be up?
I don't think so. But I was thinking, can we record it and show it later?
I think I'll be up. I think I'll be up.
But can you stream it and we can actually comment it later in another live on Monday?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Can we just are you able to record it and I can show it during my live when I do my?
Well, if we stream it, it's going to be recorded. Yeah.
Which channels are going to stream it in the United States?
I don't know, Larry. We'll figure it out.
Can you find the where to see the game?
We'll have to figure it out the day of.
Okay.
Man, listen, speaking of Real Madrid, what a mercato those guys are having, yeah. And I know they're making a lot of money. I don't want to hear that. I already know that. I'm telling the chat because the chat always says, some people in the chat always say, hey, don't compare us to Real Madrid. But man, what a mercato those guys are having, dude. Bellingham, Chaumani, Arda Güler, Endrick. They're getting all the best young players of the future, man.
Diaz.
They got Diaz too. And Mbappe, he wants to join them. Imagine if they also get Mbappe. These guys are going to set themselves up to win another 10 Champions Leagues. Lord have mercy.
I will be if I was Real Madrid, I would not get Mbappe. I would get Erling Haaland.
Really, why?
It will destroy the system. You have already Vinicius in that side.
Oh, yeah, they already have Vinicius. They already have Rodrigo.
Yeah,
I wonder
so,
how they.
and the-
I wonder how they would coexist. Those two.
so they will not coexist. So that's why I wouldn't get Mbappe. I would get Erling Haaland and that's it, or Benjamin Sesko. I would just put a nice tall, nice tall striker and move on. Fuck it.
Mm. Yeah, we haven't heard much about Sesko this year, huh? Nobody's
Yeah, he's
talking
in
about
Germany.
Sesko.
He made a move in Germany.
Mm. Okay, so there's some news here regarding what is this? Roy T1000 is the best. Milan are looking for an Italian player to be the Fernandez reserve in the squad. Oh my god, I hate this thing that we have to buy a player just because he's Italian. I seriously cannot stand it. It fucking makes me so cringe. Oh my god. And it makes Italy look so bad. Like, why would I don't know, man. Since being Riccardo Calafiori, do you remember this guy, Calafiori?
No.
He was he started off in the national team youth. He was all right, but he kind of fell off at a certain point. I don't know, guys. This whole thing about the quotas to me is so stupid.
But that's in every league, man. That quota is in every league.
Why don't we just get the good Italians instead of buying Italians just because they're Italians, you know? Anyway, since Milan spending all this money, are we going to be in trouble with FIFA financial fair play? No, because it's we're not spending any extra money. We're not spending any money at all.
How the fuck people think what we're spending is a lot of money, by the way? What we're spending for 5 players. Usually teams that we are competing against spend it for 1 player. Juventus spend the money we're spending for 5 players. Juventus spend it on Vlahovic. It's not a lot of money. It's normal money for a team like Milan. We should have spent this money without selling Tonali. That's the reality. Anyway,
Casu, who just invented a word, I'm assuming Casu is Italian. He says, I don't understand paragonating.
Yeah, that's Italian.
You mean comparing Chukwueze to Diaz, much more physical and faster than Diaz. Not by that much, my man. A little bit, but not. Guys, listen.
By the way, I want to see some. Let's say Chukwueze is faster than Diaz. What you gonna do with that pace in Italy when you have 12 men in the last 30 meters? What are you going to do with that pace against Bologna that is defending low block? So you have nothing where to run to. That's the reality of things. So he is faster than Diaz probably. But is he better on tight spaces? Does he understand the other players around him? How long it's going to take for him to figure out all his teammates, the system, the league, the football, the opposition, the stadium, the pressure?
Yeah,
people mistake this thing.
Yeah, no, totally. And also, like, you think there's the defenders, the same defenders that do all those low blocks in Italy, where they purposely do those low blocks so they stop your qualities if you're a fast player or if you're a dribbler, etc., etc. Like, you think they have never played against players like Chukwueze? Listen, so let me continue. Much more physical and faster than Diaz. I would say a little bit, not much more, but better at dribbling than Leao. Chukwueze is fifth, while Rafa is ninth. And you'd buy him for the same as Leao. But we buy a much more complete and experienced player. When we bought Leao, he was making 7, 8 goals per season. Well, when we bought Leao, he was 19. Chukwueze is 24. The only way I see him not doing well at Milan is if he does like CDK. No, I think he's going to do okay. I think he's going to do it right. I mean, he's 24. He's played in La Liga. He's not coming from the Belgium league. I think he's going to do okay. But I'm just saying, we're not getting freaking Messi, guys.
No, you're right, Roy. You're right. He will do okay. Just that okay done by Diaz is shit. Done by Chukwueze will look good. But the output will be the same. That's what was going to happen. He will do the same output, the same football, similar situation, what Diaz did last season. And people will think that is good. But when Diaz were doing that, people were thinking that's shit. That's not good enough. That's the reality of the way people judge things. He's not. But by the way, he's not gonna be like Leao, man. Because Leao at the age of 19 was doing 7, 8 goals in Serie A.
Man, Leao is another level. Forget about it.
What people see, man? People sometimes just think there is another Leao on the right wing in Europe. No, there is not another Leao on the right wing.
Yeah, man, we're talking about like a handful of players. Like, out of 100 players, Leao is like in the top 5. You know, like in that role.
He's not on the right wing. You check Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Real Madrid, all these biggest team in the world. On the right wing, there is no one like Leao. What are you thinking? That Chukwueze is like Leao, even better? Come on, man.
No way. There's no chance he's got more moves than Leao, more double step overs and all that stuff. But as far as impact on the game, no way. Zero chance he's going to be better than Leao. Zero chance.
Anyway, Roy, I need to go.
All right, let's just do this comparison. Then we can. Okay, so look, he played. So one of the good things, like he played the full season. All right, this is Chukwueze. Last season he played a right wing offensive and right wing midfield. This is what his heat map looks like. So he's exclusively a right winger, exclusively on the right wing. He got subbed quite a lot, 64 minutes. So he gets subbed in the first after an hour. He 6 goals. His expected goal G is 6.54, and we'll compare that to, I guess, other players. But anyway, 6 goals, 5 assists. Oh no, I think Brahim Diaz did better than that.
Yep.
Oh, Brahim Diaz did better than that. Expected assists 4.38. Accuracy per game 78%. Own half 86%. Opposition half 74%. It's pretty good for a winger. Successful dribbles 53%. I think Leao is just 50%, so it's just a little bit more. But let's hold on. Brahim Diaz 1 year younger, and he played as a cam.
Cam and right wing. He did both last season, I will say.
So this is where he played, right? While Chukwueze was all there, he played a little bit more there. They got the exact same SofaScore rating, 6.91, exactly the same. More or less same amount of games, more or less
And
same
minutes.
amount of minutes, more or less the same. So goals 6, Expected goals XG 5.98, so more or less the same. 7 assists. So Brahim Diaz did better than
Yeah.
Okay, so these are better stats. Own half 91%, accuracy per game. Opposition half 77%, so better stats there. Yeah, I don't think we're getting a player that is that much better than Brahim Diaz at the end of the day. Successful dribbles 49%, while the other guy Chukweze had 53%. So it's not like a huge improvement. It's more or less similar, similar thing.
Hopefully, we'll improve because he's gonna start a new season and be better, and put up like Brahim Diaz will improve. Going to Real Madrid, he will be a different player next season. Hopefully, this guy Chukwueze will be a better player, but he's not gonna be Leao, guys. What the fuck are people thinking that we're gonna get a guy that will perform like Leao for 20 million?
That'd be crazy. If he performs like Leao in his first season, it's like winning the lottery, guys. That's like winning the lottery.
We win the Champions League probably, or something like that. If he performs like Leao.
Yeah, that's a little bit exaggerated to say that he's going to be like Leao. But listen, he's going to do his job. He's going to get his goals. He's going to get his assists. Like.
I will do the game of goals. How many goals we're gonna get, like score next season. I'll do the game. I will do like a simple math.
Go for it.
But another live when through the end of the transfer window. I need to go now, Roy.
All right, Lart. Good to see you again, man. We missed you. People were asking about you, but you're back, so that's very good.
Yeah, I'm back. It's summer, I was in Italy. It's really hot in Italy, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
but it's not bad. I'm walking a lot in the mountains here in the mornings.
Oh, you're close to the mountains, so it's fresher there.
I'm literally in the middle of the need.
Okay.
By the way, I'm 15 minutes away from a place called Castel di Sangro. And Napoli is going to do their Ritiro there.
We're going to go and watch them.
I'm going to go watch them, yeah.
Beautiful.
That's happening in a week from now. So I wish I could see Milan. Milan is playing the Monza against Monza, the Trofeo Berlusconi. I'm thinking I might try and make it. Let's see. Maybe I'll try and make it.
Dude, Milan is in LA and you're in Italy.
Dude, the moment I go to Italy, Milan goes to LA.
Are you doing it on purpose?
I don't know, dude, how that worked out. I guess the stars are not aligning.
That's fine. Anyway, happy to be back. I will probably do a live Monday to discuss the Real Madrid game. If you can record it, that would be amazing, so I can watch it again.
Yeah.
And I can discuss with everyone first impression of the real game of the season. I remember the Real Madrid game. We lost 2-1. That was a good game. We were really good in that game, and we won the league after that.
Yeah.
So that was
no. It was 1-1.
1-1 was it?
Yeah, it was 1-1.
Okay. So let's see now.
We saved the penalty. Remember, I think Magnan saved the penalty that game. Benzema, yeah, he saved the penalty from Benzema. Yeah.
Insane. Anyway, and let's see you guys Monday.
All right,
Forza
beautiful.
Milan.
Forza Milan. Ciao. Okay, so I'm gonna stay in a little bit longer, guys. Roy, Okafor is a pretty good player, man. I know him good from the Austrian league. He was some on the star of the whole league. I think this guy is a really good signing and can help us. I hope so, dude. I really do. Overall, my thing is I would love us to get a player that doesn't exist in Serie A, right? And when you look at the market, the only player that I saw that was in our reach, um, that doesn't already exist in Serie A was Taremi, because there's no center forwards in Italy that can score all those goals and all those assists. Like, that is a unicorn. Speaking of rainbows, unicorns, and magic and pixie dust, Taremi was one of those guys. But to be honest with you, like, all the other players we're getting are all players that already exist in the Serie A, but other teams already have better players than that. You know, listen, as I said, guys, I want this to work out because I do not want to suffer this season. I want it to be a smooth season. I want to do the post match lives happy. I want to fucking I want to be happy, guys. I don't know. I do not want to suffer this season. So if the T1000 bots can make me happy this season, I will give them their flowers. Trust me, I will give them their flowers. All right. So someone is asking me, go to Di Marzio. Let's see what Di Marzio is cooking up. What am I looking for here? Oh, this one here, 53 minutes ago, Chukweze. What am I looking for? Are there new reports that I need to be looking at? Aha, Falcon Flynn here. Orlando Souza says, bro, this new Milan team will be very lit and twice stronger, all for 80 million from Tonali. Well, guys, thank Maldini. Thank Maldini for making Tonali a champion. And now he's worth all that money. But you said yourself, out Kessie, his qualities may not shine as well in Italy against the low block, but he will have the space in Europe. Plus, he's left-footed and a better fit than Diaz. Look, Kessie is a defensive player. Kessie is a defensive player. Chukwueze deal not done yet, they say. Yeah, guys, but I think that it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time, and we're going to get the Chukwueze deal in. We did get the Okafor. Okafor, I think Austrian League, every time I show Austrian League highlights, they block me. I don't know what's up with Austria. They got an issue with us. But otherwise, I would love to check some Okafor videos. Let me ask the chat a question. What do you guys think is going to happen against Real Madrid? Win, tie, or loss? Let's do a little poll. Here, let's do this. Well, let's do a little activity. We'll keep each poll going for 10 minutes. So what you guys think? Make sure to click the like button, gentlemen. All right, guys, vote. Let me see what you guys think. We'll put it up in a few minutes. I'm very curious to know if you think we can overcome the Blancos. Yes, Marv. We've cleared things up. Everything is cleared up. I have decided to forgive and forget. I've reverted to religion and decided to forgive and forget. But for the sake of some people that I really care about, we have decided to let everything go and normalize relations once again. 3-1 loss, which we will learn. 10-0 Madrid, 5 on goals by Booty Cheeks, and 5 on goals by Pulisic. 4-2 loss. I'm getting the Bayern Munich vibes with Colombo scoring 2 goals against Real Madrid. That'll be amazing. Cardinale out. I 100% agree with Falcon Flynn. Abduram King. By the way, it's been a while, Abduram King. Good to see you, my friend. Easy win. Okay, we'll let this one cook here for a little bit longer. So far, lost 67%. 13% tie. Real Madrid are still in vacation mode. Don Carlo is still busy clapping some cheeks. Guys, I'm checking out those Arda Goulet training sessions. Lord have mercy, bad kid. Let's get to 20. Let's try to get to 25 votes, and then we'll stop at 25. But it looks like the majority of you are saying that we're going to lose against Real Madrid, which is understandable. Obviously, AC Milan right now is in building phase, while Real Madrid is pretty already a well-built unit. Plus, they got some very good players coming in. Well, we did get good players, but we need to put them together. Can Okafor and Chukweze join the preseason later? Yes, but not. I don't know if they're going to. They might join up in America if Pioli wants. We might see Okafor join the US. Maybe, yeah, that is possible. One thing that we're definitely going to be looking at for the US tournament is the Primavera kids, guys, because we're going to be seeing a lot of those Primavera players. Zeroli, Eletu, Chakatrore, Cuenca. And we're going to be seeing where these players at and how valuable these players are going to be. And I think that that is going to be also something that we can look at and analyze properly, because I'm very curious to see Cuenca, for example. Guys, Cuenca in the Primavera looks like a beast. That kid looks like he's going to be a top-notch dog, you know. Then, of course, Chaka Touré. Sooner or later, Chaka Touré should be ready to play with the big boys. So he definitely has the skills. Eleto, very impressive. Zeroli, also a good player. So we shall see. All right, here we go. Let's end the poll at 25 votes. So the majority of you say 56% loss against Real Madrid, win 23%, tie. So let's go to the next poll, which is Juventus Milan. We'll stop at 25 again. Let me know what you think. As far as Juventus Milan goes, I think when it comes to Juve, the Italian teams, Milan already has an idea of how we're going to play. I don't know. I don't feel, I guess I'm not so worried. I don't want to use the word worried. I'm not worried about Real Madrid. I'm not worried about Barcelona. These are friendlies. Who gives a shit? But I don't think Juventus is right now in great shape, but maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think? Milan Juventus. We're going to stop again at 25 votes. So put the votes in, guys. Let me know what you think. Roy, how many points do you think Milan will get from the first 10 games? So I think if we are lucky, we can get up to 23, 24 points. I'm going to go with a low number, just so I'm not going to fool myself. And I would rather be surprised on a positive way rather than a negative way. I say out of 30 points, we're going to get 19. 20 or 19. Yeah, I'd say 20 or 19. What about you guys? What do you think? How many points are we going to get? We're going to tie it. Don't forget, it's the same sponsor. Emirates does not want a team of them to lose. Ooh, interesting. Roy, can we catch, guys, Okafor videos, unfortunately, are from Austria, and Austria blocks the videos. They don't even copyright. They straight up block the videos. So unfortunately, we can't do that. Roy, how many points do you think? Answer that. Calabria will murder Goulart just like he murdered Kvara. No, I think Vara plays on Teo Hernandez's side. Yeah, Vara plays on Teo Hernandez's side, not on Calabria's side. Man, I still remember we gave Donnarumma his first start against Real Madrid. Plus, did you hear about him getting tied up and robbed? Yeah, guys, scary, dude. The guy got tied, robbed. He was naked. They stripped him. That was absolutely insane. Breaking news: Okafor has landed at Linate Airport. Medical tomorrow. Very good, very good. And save cross penalty. CDK Pobega Ali Cha will redeem the good name of Maldini this season. Wait and see. Celestial Lion, I'm with you with that 100%. I would like to see that happen. So Okafor can't play against Madrid, but next game maybe. Let's see. It depends. Guys, also, I believe he might still be injured. I think I heard someone say that he's still injured. So I don't know. But if he is available to play, I'm sure they'll fly him out to LA. And I'm sure he will not stop at the strip club downtown Hollywood. He will go straight to the training ground. Woodhead wanted to dry low on Chaka to Monza. Oh, that's a good shout out. Chaka to Monza can work out pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's a good one. Good place for any player right now to develop Monza. Let's see how many votes we have so far. 24 votes. Guys, one more vote and I'll stop the poll. So if you haven't voted, put it in. So against Milan Juventus, so far, 71% of you think we're going to win. And 21% say tie. And 8% say loss. One more vote, guys. Give me one more vote so I can end the poll. And there you have it. 25 votes in, guys. So the majority of you guys think we're going to win against Juve. Hopefully we do. Obviously, Allegri is scared to play football. So this should be simple. Let's see. And last one against Barcelona. What do you guys think? I think this is the one I'm the most curious about, especially because we are not getting defensive midfielders. This one is the one I'm the most curious about because Barcelona, we know how they play. They like to keep the ball. They like to be a team that keeps the ball. And obviously, this is going to be one of those games where our players are going to be chasing the ball most of the time. So this is the one that I'm the most curious about. I want to see what we do against a team that knows how to possess the ball. So let's see what you guys think is going to happen. Milan, Barcelona. Let me get 25 votes, guys. Fuck, we're going to get some. Hey, we're getting, guys, this is the Super League. Yeah, this is basically the 4 founding members of the Super League. And this is what the Super League is supposed to look like. Juventus, Real Madrid, Juventus, Milan, Real Madrid, Milan, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, Barcelona. Essentially, this is what the Super League is supposed to look like. All the best teams of the world, the most prestigious teams of the history of the sport playing against each other. So very interesting that these 4 teams are in the U.S. together right now. And Captain Morgan is in the U.S. there, guys. The bank that said, the bank that committed to fund the Super League. So very interesting, guys. A lot of conspiracy theories with this one. All right, Milan, Barcelona, win, tie, or loss. Let me get 25 votes, guys. Let me see what you think. Uh, 4-1, I'm being generous. Easy win, where Lakaka won't win anything. 2-2. Can we watch Okafor? Oh, read that one. 27 points. Weasel, you think we're going to get 27 points? Damn, that's tough, man. If any team gets 27 points in 10 games, that team is most likely winning the Serie A. Roy, your thoughts on Okafor? For me, it's a 5 out of 10 signing. I'm not that excited about Okafor, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Hopefully, he proves me wrong. We get 30 positivity. All right, positivity. The T1000 positivity program today. Yeah, for me, Taremi was the guy to get regardless. Do we have a DM in our team? Did we sign Musa and rely on him, or do we turn Kalulu to a Kimmich, Lam, and yeah, maybe that's what we'll have to do. Maybe Kalulu is the guy that you have to turn into a DM. Maybe. Video d'Antonio Vitello con Ucciello. Jim Isla. What do you mean by that? Cosa intendi, Jim? Antonio Vitello con un uccello? Go to Milan Eye, look at Okafor. Milan Eye. Guys, I love Twitter. I'm addicted to Twitter. Twitter's awesome. Here we have him. Look at him. Okay. Young. Looks very young. Young kid. I think he's like 20. No, what how old is he? I forget. Young. Okay, something about Vitello. Let's check Vitello. Well, guys. We got the striker. There you go. All right, so where are we at with the votings? We are 20 votes, guys. 5 more. This one is closer. 5 more votes. Let's get it. Let me know what you think. 20 points out of 30. 28 points out of 30, Celestial Lion. Guys, if there is a team that is going to get 28 points out of 30, that team is most likely winning the Scudetto. Roy, 10 million and Donnarumma for Magnan, would you take it? No. Absolutely not. 10 million and Donnarumma for Magnan. No. Absolutely not. Magnan to me is worth 200 million. And Donnarumma is not worth anywhere close to that. Roy, Roma got Christensen. Yeah, they look like a good squad this year. No excuses will be accepted if they fuck up again. True. That's true. Roma is a bottle club. They are the most consistent project out of all the teams. So if they don't do anything special this year, they never will. I always felt like Calabria played a great DM. Yeah, true, he has. That is absolutely true. Calabria has gone in that role. I actually don't care about how many points we have after 10 games. Al quarto incontro voglio una demolizione. È tutto. You just want to see us destroy Inter. Totally get it. As long as we destroy the ugly cousins, we're good. Kalulu is the new Tesai. He could be, guys. He could be. Okay, so Okafor is 22. Young kid. Okafor softest score. Yeah, we checked it earlier. It's not that incredible. Nothing special. Nothing special, guys. So as you guys saw, he got a 6.93. Actually, let's see his previous season. Okay, previous season he had good ratings here. So previous season, 21 played, 11 started, 45 minutes per game. Damn, what the fuck is this? What's wrong with this guy? 9 goals, 8 assists. Not bad, not bad. Only 45 minutes per game? Oh, he's 23 years old. He's 23. He turned 23 in May. Huh. Interesting, interesting. The season before that, 18, 12, 50 minutes per game, 6 goals, 3 assists. I mean, is this impressive? I don't think this is impressive, guys. I'm torn on trying to be super positive because we bought a player and then trying to be realistic on the kind of player that we got. I don't want to play this game that just because Milan buys a player, I'm supposed to act as if we got Mbappe, you know? But listen, he's going to give us depth. That's what we need from him. He needs to be the player that can replace Giroud when he needs to be there, or he's going to be Rebic's replacement. If he can give us depth, then we're good. You know, I mean that's what we need from him, depth. All right, let's go to the poll. 35 votes with this one. Milan Barcelona, 40% win. The majority of us think that we're going to beat Barcelona. That's good. Positive tie, 29%, 31% loss. Not bad, not bad. Let's end that poll right here. Oh my God, Reddit fans are saying Forza Moncada, Furani, and Billy Bean Boner. It's Forza Jerry. Yeah, guys, listen. All these guys that are saying that, the first game that we're going to lose, it's going to be Pioli out. The second game we're going to lose is going to be, oh my God, that guy sucks. Chukweze this, Okafor that, blah, blah, blah. So let's just be professionals here and understand that football is dynamic. You win, you lose, you take time to build. Let's be professionals. Let's not get caught up by the wave of excitement. Final edition to win the Drip League. Yeah, he is quite dripalicious, isn't he? This fan base is completely blinded by all those flashy signings. Meanwhile, it makes me sick to my stomach to see what Jerry has done to our Milan. Falcon Flynn, you know me, dude. I see it like you, brother. Did you hear Donnarumma got robbed? Yeah, it's absolutely devastating, terrible. Even Theo Hernandez, he got robbed, and his wife had his baby with him. It's really bad when those things happen. Well, you talk about Roma and good signings are rare, injury prone. Christensen and Lorenzo player who play for relegation team. Indica, no upgrade from Ibanez. What? Indica is not an upgrade from Ernesto. Okay, so first of all, if Arar is injury prone, then you have to say that Okafor is injury prone. You have to say that Pulisic is injury prone, and you have to say that Loftus-Cheek is injury prone. All right. So if you're going to give the narrative that Arar is injury prone, then you also have to say that these other guys that Milan got are injury prone. The only player that we are getting, the only 2 players that we are buying that do not have a history of injuries is Reindeers and Chukwueze. That's it. That's it. Okafor, Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek are in the same boat as Arar, if you want to look at it that way. Llorente played for the relegation team. So did Chow. Guys, it's not about... So, listen, with Roma, it's not so much about who we're getting this summer. The players we're getting this summer are players that are going to add to what they already have. That's the thing, what they already have. It's been a 3-year project. So listen to me, Ernesto. By the time Milan plays in 1 month, this will be a 1-month project. Right? New midfield, new attack. 1 month. From literally, today's the 21st. Our First game of the season is the 21st of August, exactly a month from now. Roma will be the only team that has had a steady project for 3 years without changing anybody, just adding on to what they have. Now, I don't know if that means we're going to win. I'm just saying that's a fact, and it's a fact to consider. They stripped down Okafor goals over under 10. No, I don't think he scored more than 10 goals ever in a season. They've been watching him for a long time, must have seen something in him. Yeah, his price tag. Of course, Balogun was the guy they really wanted, but Balotelli is very close to joining Fulham, guys. Di Marzio. Guys, Balotelli is the most sought-out player in the history of this game. Bologna, Fulham, Everton, Nice. Bruh, who knew that Balotelli was such a commodity? Okafor is an okay signing, but doesn't solve our striker situation. I will never forgive for how he handled the Maldini situation. In general, Brokebird stands for mediocrity. With that said, hopefully we at least get to see some nice football. I am with you, fucking Flynn. I am with you, my man. The way that the Maldini situation was handled was absolutely terrible. The Tonali thing, to me, I still don't understand it. Why do we boast of being so financially healthy if we need to sell our players to buy players? And it's true. Redbird is using this team as a temporary asset in order to make more money in the future. It's definitely true. I might go to the Milan versus Barca game. Dude, you should go, Joel. Definitely go. Please go. And if you do, please vlog it. The flights to Vegas are expensive as fuck, but tickets to games are reasonable. Where are you? Maybe you can take the bus if you want to take a bus. I don't know. Right. Would you rather control who Milan buys for the next 5 years, but don't get paid, or get 1 million, but Milan will enter and stay in the bench? I would rather control who Milan buys for the next 5 years. Give the players time. Yes, Edison. Yes. Thank you, Edison. Thank you. We need to give these guys time, because all the people that are on this super hype train, as soon as they realize that football does not work the way they think it works, they're going to turn on these guys real fast. And the last thing we need is for the fan base to turn onto our players. Especially this season. This season, we need to be with the players, because otherwise, guys, I do not want to be pissed off the whole season. I want to be happy. I know you don't like Kamada, but man, it's sad we couldn't sign him. No, for me, it's not that I don't like Kamada. It's that I'm with Laert. It's like, shit, we've been waiting for the jump of quality. Sheva. There you go. See, he knows who's boss. Sheva knows who's boss. Inter equals quality, Milan equals quantity. Okafor just landed Milan. I'm not going to say that Milan is going to win the league, because it's impossible, but Roma to win the league is just crazy. Why is it crazy? Why is Roma winning the league crazy? Napoli won the league after 33 years. If Roma wins, it would be after 23 years. Apparently we have 40 million left. Sign Kessie and get done. Yes, Marshall. Well said. Sign Kessie, and then we're good. Then we're good. You think Kalulu would throw hands with Okafor when he lands in Milan? Probably. Inter big favorites. Napoli and Juve also competing. Yeah, they're all going to be tough competitors. Every fan here has a different perspective of what a striker should be. Ali is now going to the US. Break some ankles, Yassine. I'm in Chicago. Oh, shit, damn. That's a ride and a half, bruh. Yeah, that's far. That's not easy. No way a bus. Demolizione al quarto incontro, tutto che conta. Basta che distruggiamo i cugini, a me non me ne frega una minchia. Turn on Cardinale and other players, boys. There you go. 21 Inter Scudetto, 22 Milan Scudetto, 23 Napoli Scudetto, 24 Roma. Maybe the trend of a different winner is going to continue. Listen, I'm just saying today when I look at it, I'm just thinking today, but August is going to, the end of August, guys, we're going to know exactly what all the teams look like, and we can make definitely a much better assessment on the situation for shizzle. All right, guys, it looks like that will be it for today. So we are signing players. The T1000 bots went to the mall today. They went on a shopping spree. It's girls' day out, and we got Okafor. We're about to get Chukwueze, and there's more to come. Musa, Calafiori, Singo, and then let's see who else. But one thing I definitely agree with what the club is doing is that they're doing everything now, because it is true that, for example, look at the other clubs. They're maybe taking their time because probably they're going to have better deals. You're going to have better deals in the next month, especially towards the end of the Mercato when people are ready to make those sales. But Milan can't afford to do that this year. Milan has to have a team ready fast, right today. Every minute and moment that passes is a moment that plays against Milan, because you cannot build a midfield and a attacking department in such a short time. So it is imperative that they get all these players fast. So the T1000 bots, if I'm going to give them credit for something, it is this. They're doing a good job at getting all the players fast right now. And that's very good. I hope these players are going to kick ass. I hope that by next year, this time, I can say that Pulisic is my favorite player. Loftus-Cheek is the best player that I've ever seen. Reindeers is the best regista that Italy has ever played in Serie A. Chukweze is the best right winger that the world has ever seen. Okafor is the truth, and so forth. That's what I want, guys. I promise you, that's what I want more than anything, because I do not want to go through a season where every post match is us being depressed. No interest. So Forza Milan. Forza Milan. Come on, Milan. Get your act together. Make this shit happen. Knock on. Oh my God. Look at Zion Train, guys. Zion Train is just crazy. Zion Train is just crazy. I said it before and I'll say it again. Milan will win the second star under Pioli, and this season Milan will challenge for the Scudetto. Okay. Milan will win the second star. Maybe, it's possible. It really depends, man. It depends on how good this season goes, and also what the policy is going to be. Because if the policy is every year we have to sell our best players to do the mercato, bruh, it gets hard. Are we going to challenge for the Scudetto this season? I'm not ready to say that, guys. I'm not ready to say that. How would Roma win Scudetto with no technical midfield? What do you mean? They have a really good midfield, Roma. Well, RR is very technical. They have Cristante, who was a very good defensive midfielder. They have Pellegrini, who was a badass. They have Matic, who's he's got charisma, he's got leadership skills. And who's the other guy? No, Roma guys, you're gonna see that Roy doesn't say bullshit. You're gonna see that Roy doesn't say bullshit, and you're gonna say, oh shit, Roma's actually cooking this year. But hopefully we cook better. It's hard being a Milan fan with a brain and seeing all these morons getting excited for these signings, but then see the same fans in Twitter destroy these new players after they get ghosted against Cremonese. Guys, yes, we're going to see a lot of that. Hey, Falcon Flynn, appreciate it. Thank you so much, brother. Roy, who's going to flop out of these new signings? My guess is Pulisic. My guess will be Pulisic. But honestly, I don't know for sure. The reason why I say Pulisic is because his position seems to be undefined. And if he continues with this trend of injuries, he'll never find continuity. So that's why I say Pulisic. But I hope he doesn't, guys. I really don't. I really don't. I hope he doesn't flop. I hope he doesn't. Roy, I'm just worried our defense will suffer with this current midfield. Hope I'm dead wrong. Yeah, me too. That's when the Mickey Mouse Cup, the bot's going to festeggiare tutta la notte like it was the Scudetto. You know it. I'd always take the best defense in Serie A over the highest scoring team. That's how we won the 19. That's how you win every year. In Italy, it's always the best defense. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Forza T1000 bots for being on a spending spree and getting us Okafor, the greatest player that has ever existed. And Forza, who's going to do Vicha? Nobody. Nobody. There's no Vichas in Serie A right now. There's no Vichas coming in Serie A right now, guys. Unless someone emerges out of nowhere, but there's no Vichas coming in Serie A so far. So far. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Make sure to click the like button on your way out. Peace out and Forza Milan. Ciao.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Someday